I don't know how to. I've just started hosting a lobby. Enjoying it. P lobby.
Justin, you've gone really quiet now all of a sudden.
Maybe he's shy.
He must be shy, yeah. No, Justin, you're still very quiet.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
I'm glad you got over your shyness.
Thank you. It was very turbulent. A very turbulent time for me.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Jeff. Just trying to make sure I've got audio mixing all right. So I've done these before.
Are you hosting Steam Lobby, Jeff?
No, I hosted IP lobby.
There's an option for host Steam Lobby, so.
Alright, would that be easier?
It's at the top, yeah. I missed that
Yeah.
first, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try that. So just in a Steam lobby now.
I think I'm joining a Steam Lobby right now.
I've just got an unknown player.
Mm-hmm.
It's known.
My speed class is toxic.
There we go, I got the overlay working.
I guess I'll just stay with the default ship just for now, since this is my first time playing.
I think Toxic is the lowest speed class, so I think because we're all beginners, we should stay on Toxic, maybe. Move up it as we get better.
I do like these. It's almost kind of a looking at the sort of names they have for Wipeout name classes, and then looking them up on thesaurus.com. It's well, a lot of this game is like that, isn't it? But it's also made very well. So. I just did a really smart thing in, the viewer count on my stream. I set that to Discord overlay. So there's just like a tiny little JASM icon where there should be a number. End of articles.
Viewers, small DK.
Small DK. JASM DK small. There we go, so once I rectify that horrendous mistake. Yep, should be good though. Oh my god, Jeff! I know you weren't, so I would have just gifted that to you, man. Thank you.
As a...
What did you do? What did you do?
Gifted me a subscription. No, sorry, he subscribed. Which in itself was a gift. Okay, so go to play, online, join Steam lobby.
It's a bit embarrassing, but we've all arrived with the same ship design.
Oh, don't make me change ship just out of embarrassment.
It's come up with your lobby, Jeff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. I'll go for the first one, I
What
guess.
Yay, that's you. Okay, we'll get this
Hey.
on. So I just did a quick tournament of 5 races. See how it goes.
Nice.
Do you guys know how to drive this? Speaking specifically to Kriken and Pedz.
Nope, no idea. Never played it.
Press the cross button. I did
Alright,
play it a bit,
so,
so I know too. Yeah.
What controller are you using, Pedz?
Switch.
Alright, well
You
maybe
gave up.
Jasm or Kriken can translate the buttons, but should be sort of X or A to accelerate. Then you need to use the shoulder
X.
buttons for...
Right, so I'm going to assume it's B, because B is the bottom button.
Then it'd be square on a PS4 controller to use an item. Oh, you've got config set up. There you go. That'll be easier.
Jeff, am I right in saying that I was a bit confused by this? I thought the circle button, or whatever you use for that, I thought that was like in Wipeout, that would be to use a weapon to heal.
I think it does discard a weapon. It's like old school Wipeout, so before the end of each lap there's a pit stop that you can go in and that heals you up, but it does waste some time.
I've been spoiled by the newer ones. I'm not that familiar with the PS1 Wipeouts. I've mainly played like the PSP and... yeah, basically the PSP ones onwards. I've been spoiled by being able to cover my wounds.
You can use the R1 trigger to get a boost, but that drains your health as well.
Oh, cool. That's like F-Zero.
It's like that on steroids, basically, because it really... I was trying that a bit earlier. Really, you go absolutely flying
really?
with it. Yeah, so use sparingly. It's cool.
Alright, just let us know when you're all ready and I'll click start.
I'm ready.
Ready?
All good to go, Pedz?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, we'll give it a go.
Everybody supersonic racing.
There we go. So how did you discover this game, Jeff? I think you were the first one to play this, weren't you?
Yeah, I discovered it on a beach. I think.
What do I do with this information, Jeff? I'm sorry. I swear that wasn't as menacingly as it seemed to resonate as. No, it also is this way, yeah.
It's sort of similar time to when I was looking at Redout and stuff, just finding Wipeout-esque games.
Nice. It is quite... at some point, like the past 10 years or so, it basically got to a point where any kind of style of game you like, if the example of it back in the day isn't about, you can at least find a really good spiritual successor. Like, no matter how niche the genre, I feel like at that point there.
I don't know whether I have weapons set on this, so I didn't seem to get any.
Whoa. It said I was second, but it says... Oh wait, yeah, I did come second, never mind.
Jasmine got his title, right?
So...
Is there any good way to start? Because I just hold cross.
If you hold cross and about 2/3 of the way, oh, there are weapons. About 2/3 of the way through, it starts vibrating the controller or shaking or something. And if you hold it at that point, when you start with a boost. I think. Cool. Works anyway. Well, it could be wrong.
Yeah, I think I went into this like with like a modern Wipeout lens, so I was expecting like, oh, can you like do barrel rolls and other things you can't do in the PS1 games. You played this back in the day, did you, Jeff?
Yeah, I played Ballistic Wipeout back in the day. Yeah, I did play some of Wipeout, mainly at my cousin's house.
Oh, nice. It seems like in the UK in particular they were a pretty big deal.
Yeah. Apparently in the club scene as well.
Yeah.
Or would remember.
Even without like the drift, I can like turn better than I can in Red Out, I feel like. And when I tried using the drift, it doesn't really go well a lot of the time. Even when I just tap it, so I'm still get used to that.
I'm not the other way around on that, to be honest.
Do you get items, and if you do, how do you
I'm not sure whether I've got the items set up, so I'll have to change that in the next, after this tournament's ended. But normally, you'll
I did
see
use a weapon though, I don't know where I got it from. But I was hit with a weapon and I used one.
Oh god. There's these, oh, maybe Jasmine might have got one as well. There's these sort of red cross icons on the floor that you'll see, and that should be how you
Oh,
pick up.
alright. I thought it was like slowed you down for some reason. Because there was those like arrow ones as well. I thought they gave you a speed boost, so the X would slow you down.
So this is why I learned Kriken beat me twice without knowing how to use items. Gosh. Oh dear.
Gosh.
I'm not sure because I'm driving over someone, I'm not picking them up, so it may be, although I just got hit by something there.
Pretty good.
I do greatly appreciate autopilot in these games. So.
I don't need autopilot to win, Jasmine. Get my reaction skills.
I need it to last the whole race, give or take. But yeah, I love this kind of, we've seen a few examples of this, like, it still very much looks like a PS1 game, but obviously with like a lot of modern effects. There's a really cool kind of mix of old and new with this.
Oh, it's a great little love letter to Wipeout.
It's so specifically
I noticed in the setting is retro visuals, you can turn it on or off, so maybe you can have a look at not quite PS1.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Cool.
One of them was like, make the graphics jelly in the way that PS1 graphics are, because it's something like, you can't calculate the way that everything's meant to look from every angle, so you like that PS1 wobbling effect, you can put that in. There was another that was like short draw distance as well.
Sugar. Fell off.
Great up with it 64, I feel like I need a absurdly thick fog option really for that to represent that system.
Oh, that option. So, Pedz and Kriken, were you F-Zero fans back in the day, or?
I played a lot of F-Zero X back in the day. And I did mean to play F-Zero GX because it seems just like F-Zero X but better. But yeah, I didn't play a great deal of it, but I did like it. And I would like a new F-Zero, I guess.
Tim, this is where you're supposed to tell me about your day at work.
How was your work? And specifically, don't tell me about yourself, just your work.
I'm good.
Thanks for answering my question.
And let me answer my own question. Oh no, I accidentally went into the pit.
It was calculated.
Miscalculated.
Mostly calculated.
Yeah, there you go, Pedz.
The sign says go, so I shall. Nice. Second place once more.
Event complete.
Somebody get eliminated.
No.
I didn't,
If Phew, that was close.
in Wipeout 2097, where you go, the voiceover guy was so scary in it. It's like if you got eliminated at you, he sounded disappointed in you.
Oh no!
Eliminated. Only way is up. The only way is Essex.
Is that where we are now?
6, yeah.
God, they've done it up.
Look closely, you'll see Jawa.
Hello.
God, blimey.
Look, he's peddling Sonic Boom coffees.
Traffic today.
Engaged.
Have you played much of the single player on this, Jeff?
Yeah, but I got stuck on it in like the 3rd campaign, I think.
Oh gosh.
It's getting too fast for me.
I noticed it had loads of speed options.
Perfect lap.
It's we're on the lowest speed at the moment, which is about as much as I can handle. As sad as that sounds. Does that sound?
Rockets.
Yeah, I think this is PC only for the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, I think there were talks of it coming to some consoles, but it doesn't seem to have gotten anywhere.
I think, is it still early access? I want to say.
Not too sure.
Because they are still updating it quite substantially. But, well, I mean, you can get early access on consoles as well, though. That is,
Event.
I'm sure you saw Jasm shooting at me, but like, I can't use items at all.
I've not got any items. I'll check them in me.
Wow.
Maybe I'll just jazz them
I
over.
really league combat that race.
Ah.
Like I started last and I just didn't see anybody at all the whole race.
That'd be the Y button on Switch, wouldn't it? Is that not working, Pedz?
Whether there's options for the lobby. So I've got weapons set to on. Not sure why they're not coming on, to be honest.
3rd place master race, Jasm.
Damn straight.
We've got 3rd.
God, I can't, that actually did happen.
It's not showing keys. It's just so it's not showing like buttons. Then it's showing keyboard keys.
Yeah, I see that.
Inputs.
Strange.
Strange, isn't it? Again, just shout when you're ready and
I'm ready.
Afterburner's right shoulder. Use pick up his X. I was pressing fucking X and I wasn't doing it. Fucking liar. No, I can't go back. Ah, there you go. I have. Never mind.
Kidoki? Yeah, I've just been picking levels at random. We'll see what we have.
Now we know the game's a liar. I think it's fair to say I should have maybe won that race, that last circuit.
Maybe. We'll gift that win to you then.
Thank you.
Well, let this try. Oh, wait, no, it's over.
God.
Ah! Bumped into every wall. So if you press, both triggers will break, won't they, if pressed together?
I'd assume so.
I
Sure.
was trying to get into, like, what tactics you'd be using, so that's clearly not the case there, if that was your...
I've not been using my brake button. Getting any weapons here? No, Jason's just overtaking.
Actually, I'm not getting any
here.
weapons, yeah. Oh. I had no problem until the last Grand Prix, but yeah, they're not coming up there.
It didn't help you last time, did it? Possible way. I mean, mean to say is, Jasmine, what are your secrets? How did you get those buttons?
Final lap.
Oh no, I just got it.
Yeah, has anyone got a weapon on this race?
I think we checked that it is on last time.
I've got the machine gun weapon right now.
Oh wow.
If you could come back a bit, I could show you.
Jasmine, you heard him.
Yes.
Event complete.
No.
Oh yeah, pass those.
Waiting.
Hope you're doing well past these. How's your weekend been, man? The way I'm justifying this pasties is that I think it would probably be really, really scary to be in a futuristic racer. Like,
It's only really scary to be behind Jasmine.
well, thank you for proving my point, yeah.
If you could please come. If you could come last, please.
No.
Yeah, this might be reminding you of a particular game series, pasties.
It's not Bubsy's series, by the way.
Well, aside from the obvious, there's another one. God, they never did a Bubsy kart racer. What the hell, not?
No, after seeing a Sparrow circuit on a Crash, I'm surprised there wasn't a Sparrow racer at all. Some good level somewhere. But Bubsy, yeah.
Well, you know, the company that went on to make the original Bubsy games, they were ex-Activision people. And, you know, Crash, Spyro being Activision. Maybe they could make something work. I mean, they wouldn't want to, but maybe they can.
Jasmine, you seem to be 12 seconds ahead of me. Please get 12 seconds behind me.
I don't understand this. Why is... Like, why am I doing better now that I don't have weapons?
Final lap.
Is it like a trade-off somehow going on? I don't know.
Oh, again, I do like this sort of electro music that they get going on.
Would you say it reminds you of the music from the PS1 Wipeouts?
It does very much so. I hear it and I'm taken back to my 10-year-old days.
Event complete.
We got Jeffyard, Pasty. No, we haven't got Pasties. I'm talking to Pasties. Kriken, and Pedz. Well, I think Pedz has got IRL stuff happening, so he's not on Discord all the time. It's fair enough.
Right, and Lee is racing for me right now.
Did you get eliminated?
I will do in a sec. Yeah, I got eliminated. I don't know why I'm doing so terribly all of a sudden. I wasn't doing that badly in the first...
I think maybe Jasmine and Kriken have swapped controllers.
No, Jasmine's using the DK bombs, it's a bit unfair.
Yeah, it's like that Wii, well, there's that Wii Donkey Kong racing game that originally was meant to be played with the Bongos. The game I shockingly haven't played, which...
The Wii vitality sensor's failing me right now.
I'm trying to go for Wii Ring Fit. Yeah. So I Jasmine and then I saw a wall and thought best to drive into a wall.
Oh, that was Pasty's idea, the Bongo controller. He knows me too well. Well, if we get you on this Pasties, we'll get you on the Resident Evil full chainsaw controller. Which every report says it's like the least usable thing in existence, but gosh, it looks cool.
Can it also double as an actual chainsaw?
Well, judging by the fatality rate, probably yes.
Fatality rate.
I like the kind of
First thing I'm gonna
sorry, I like the kind of pit stop thing going on here, where you can recover health, but you go a little bit out of your way for it.
Yeah, that was sort of in the early wipeouts.
Ah, shit.
Yes, this is very specifically honed in on that era of wipeout, isn't it? So...
Yeah, very specific. But yeah, it is actually. Sorry, Jasmine. I wouldn't be so sarcastic towards you had you not beaten me the past 2 races.
You're still being sarcastic to me when you were being.
I wasn't, I was being loving. It's called character building, that's it. I'm gonna call it character development, but...
Like an RPG.
Did Pasties play the original Wipeout games at all? Because I think he's a PlayStation person.
I don't think he really did. He generally says he's not that crazy on racing games. Like he hasn't got CTR yet. I think he's interested in it maybe at some point. But
Fair enough.
he does have this. He has a Mega Collection. He got the Steelbook for it.
Nice.
Would have been a bit cheaper. I still find that up from time to time. It's such a great little collection.
Yeah, it's we'll have to do that again some point as well.
You enjoy the multiplayer sides of racing games, it's not that good. That's fair. I mean, that second point isn't stopping. I was gonna say any of us.
I think I blew up about 5 times in that raid.
Those Kriken blew up.
Yeah, I blew up a few times.
Doing a difficult track yesterday, which had like a 180-degree turn.
Yeah, I played that one today. So that throws me off when like CTR does that, let alone a futuristic racer where you're going at this speed. There's such cool tracks though, aren't there? I love the various designs for them.
I think, sugar, I got stuck on the pit lane. I think out of this and Red Out, I think I still prefer Red Out, but this is a nice little
Yeah, I prefer Red Out right now.
Red Out's definitely like a higher production value, isn't it, in general? But this is really cool, just as like how it's very specifically honed in. Like Red Out, you could kind of say is a bit F-Zero, a bit Wipeout, a few of those kind of games. Obviously, this
I think this one maybe has a bit more charm to it. Like Red Out looks good, but it's got like a bit of like the Unreal Engine look to it. Like it doesn't look too unique, I don't think.
it's a kind about how it's worked day one.
Yeah, this one probably has a bit more quote-unquote more personality, although to be fair, Red Hat still like has like really crazy sort of track visuals and whatnot. But I do know what you mean.
They even incorporated some of the
Fuck you, Jeff!
Sam Raimi Spider-Man soundtrack in it.
Sorry, Pedz.
Interesting move.
Oh yeah, Rob, something a bit different though. We'll do it. All the OGs in one place.
Is there actually like a horror racer? I know, maybe you gotta drive around and if you get, instead of getting eliminated, like, say there's 8 racers, each elimination they get taken out by some kind of murderous thing. Like, Jason Voorhees murders them.
Well, I know that I want this, either way. I don't know if it exists. There's thanks to a House of the Dead Game Boy Advance spin-off, there is a horror pinball game, so sky's the limit.
What's the game called on Sega Mega Drive and PlayStation? But it had Frankenstein in it.
Oh, Street Racer?
Street Racer, that's one.
Yeah. Yeah, like, pretty much every kart racer has like a horror fit in it, doesn't it? It's always like a spooky house track. And one that's just that start to finish. No, it's like an Addams Family racer, maybe. I'd buy that.
We play it on Wednesdays.
Garfield Kart. Garfield Kart would probably be it.
Garfield
My
Kart.
PC shut down, so yeah, Garfield Kart.
I'm down for playing Garfield Kart.
Do we actually all have
It's really cheap as well. I think they introduced online not too long ago.
Due to demand?
I mean, it's become like a meme game, and it's got good reviews, I think, because of that. So yeah, but it was probably a decent player base, decent enough for an online.
I think that's the kind of
I mean,
wave.
it'd probably be more active in Sonic Transforms online, even though that's a good game. Nobody plays that anymore.
Yeah, I think that's why Bubsy came back. I think they were trying to go on like that ironic dollar, which probably is going to make you filthy rich, but it can probably get you more sales than you might expect if people really latch onto the joke.
Event complete.
Call you Dre. No problem, Rob. You can do that. Well, I'll probably say Rob.
I still want to call him Dr. Bro.
Well,
I probably will say Rob, then catch myself like that. I'm trying not to.
Okay, Dr. Rob.
Dr. Rob. Ott.
I was going for 3 points in this round.
Jasmine, if you could come last.
Can you not ask that so earnestly, because it might work.
When will this end? Why is this like round go so much longer?
So you are enjoying this.
I want to try something different because yeah.
You are enjoying this, then, Kriken.
I think this is the Sonic CD to Kriken's futuristic racing game. As in, Lee, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's a nice track.
I mean, the song could maybe be in Sonic CD.
You feel the sunshine. Jasmine, do you want to admire the scenery for a bit?
I can multitask, cheers.
Yeah, but I think, I think Deez really wants to see what's out in the background.
Jasmine, there's a bear with you.
Took me a moment.
One of these days, Jasmine, there will be a bear with you.
I will not be prepared for it.
You're like, no guys, no there isn't. The bear just like taps you slowly on the shoulder.
Oh, sorry man, I'm not used to that in South Wales. So... Yeah, weapons haven't worked for me this whole tournament. That's what it was like for some of you the last tournament. This happened.
Yeah. Although it doesn't, it seems those weapons are holding you up anyway.
Apparently.
Event complete.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to come in the cool Dre, I don't see why not.
I think.
Actually,
I
well,
genuinely think.
Jeff said it so only 4 people can like enter.
Oh,
I think I would do a lot better if I had the soundtrack to Sonic R playing.
You could always mute it.
I would do better with the Resident Evil Director's Cut soundtrack.
Yes.
Oh god.
So thank you for making that the first edition, the fan-made edition to the Halloween bonus. I'm so happy.
These options. Weapons off, mate.
What's the, you know when you're on the vehicle select, what is that? Select livery? Is that?
Oh, that's changing me skin, I think.
Livery, is that the word?
Do you guys change your like steer curve or anything? By any chance? Because of his like sign?
Not intentionally.
Cubic.
Not intentionally. Man, some of these are basically just straight up wipeout ships, aren't they? Like, they've barely got like the Pfizer in this. But yeah, it's a cool little game this. I'll probably sit down with the single player stuff at some point. As I say, it seems like they're updating it quite a bit.
Yeah, I think multiplayer recently got updated.
So it has like a mode where if you've got multiple monitors or displays on your PC, you can have like one player per display. Like in split screen, yeah. I mean, obviously you need like...
But does it have 8-player split screen? Was it 16-player that Virtua Racer had?
Well, you got me wondering if you could like set up 8 monitors and have it... I mean, I don't know how...
Yeah, we seem to have got weapons on now.
Oh, I'm gonna do worse then. Yeah, I've got them on. Have we all confirmed to have weapons on now?
The strategy of copying someone's ship choices is working out for me right now.
So, if Pedz starts winning, we can assume he's got weapons off.
He's doing the pacifist run, which is easy. The genocide one.
Laugh at the thought of racing game a pacifist run, but then you kind of can in F-Zero X. Well, yeah, the F-Zero games that you can like destroy enemy vehicles, can't you?
Yeah. And you can do the like useless spin attack move as well.
It's certainly hard to do it. I can test in that.
Yeah. I think it's more like of a swag move because you've got like other attack options.
Oh shit! I mean sugar.
You mean?
Who?
No, you didn't mean sugar.
This vehicle is fucking up.
So I guess there were 15 tracks in this. Does that sound right?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Well, I'm trying to think, 'cause I think I saw I had DLC for this. I don't know if that's new tracks or anything like that.
Yeah, the DLC seems to add some new tracks, I think. You sure? I'll have to do my research onto the world of Ballistic NG.
So, look at the NG wiki. Yeah,
I'm not sure if it's for particular settings, but I feel this is like more forgiving than Redout. Like the amount of scrapes I've had out, I think it would have blown up by now on Redout.
Have you asked it how its work days?
I asked her how it is.
I mean, I think a big part of the risk versus reward on this is the boosting. Which, I mean, Reddit just has like a boost meter, doesn't it?
You've got boost power.
I'm strong. But why have I not made that sound effect? Let's get on
You're such a dweeb.
I get that a lot. Kind of a way of doing really.
I thought he was going to say probably for myself. Right, hasn't.
God, this is a cool looking one.
Only play cool looking tracks here. Oh, sugar went the wrong way.
We all did that. So who's gonna make that mistake again?
Probably me.
I was gonna say he's gonna join me on that.
I'll probably follow Jeff into the same wall again.
You stop using weapons against me, I still have them.
Oh, you still haven't got them
got
working.
Final lap.
Have you had weapons worked
Oh,
on
fuck,
any
I
of
blew
the tournaments, Pedz?
No,
Yeah.
I've not had weapons once.
You've had the
I
worst.
noticed I had my ship set. I had my ship set to drag to not standard. It seemed to
Oh
put the
fuck.
weapons back on, so maybe it's something to do with that.
Right, so
Oh, well, since I set mine to drag, I haven't really been getting weapons, but my ship just seems better.
Yeah, so
At this point, since the weapons don't seem that useful, I think at the speed I'm going at, they're not really going to be that good.
yeah, so I think if you have your ship set to standard, then maybe you can use weapons, and if you have it set to drag,
I
maybe you
think it
can.
is set to standard.
So that's like casual mode.
I don't know, could be wrong. Now I believe this is a remake of a track from Wipeout.
Rockets.
Actually, this is from Garfield Car.
Autopilot. Engaged.
I'd quote Garfield right now if I actually knew any quotes. Garfield's actually supposed to be like good, isn't it? The comic strip. Probably some of it.
Well, it's kind of occupies the same place as Shrek, where a lot of the like it seems to be lifetime rock.
What, does it have layers?
Yeah. Well, it's. I mean, well, the thing is, people often quote Shrek ironically, and it feels like that's.
Final.
Alright.
I guess Bubsy as well. Like people like ironic.
Energy low. Plasma.
I think there's like a Garfield cartoon at least that's pretty well regarded.
Energy critical. Mines.
Don't pass off your lovers for Bubsy as ironic, Jazz. Screw you.
Chance I have of retaining dignity. Let me have it.
Oh, Garfield, Garfield.
Garfield.
Event complete.
Oh yeah, Graham.
Hey Graham. I'm winning for you.
Nah.
Oh no, he is.
To the surprise there.
I just needed to put a bit more drag on it, it seems.
So what's that? Oh yeah, standard drag. Oh, okay. So that's like when you selected the ship at the top of the screen, you have the standard
Yeah.
drag. Okay. All the drag ones are like Pfizer ships, basically, aren't they?
There are what ships, sorry?
Well, maybe not exactly. It just reminded me of like a Wipeout ship.
Right, I see. I started playing Mario Kart Tour the other day, just a little bit. And it's okay, but the controls are a bit not perfect.
I can just, yeah, I can. It's not ideal. I'm glad they've made it quite forgiving in terms of like.
I don't like how there seems to be a choice between proper drifting and like proper steering.
Well, you
Like,
know,
I wish I could do both.
the
But
best way to kind of do it is to
I tried gyro controls, but it's
Yeah.
kind of awkward. Just
yeah, none of them are completely ideal, but yeah, I found gyro controls just for regular steering and then the
Yeah.
touchscreen for drifting, and it
I'd
helps.
like
us-
it if you could like hold it like, you know, not vertically, horizontally. That'd be good.
Nintendo seem to be quite keen on that with their mobile games. I think just that's you just see that as more media, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, another thing to remember of it as well is, because obviously the screen's multi-touch, I find like if you want to use items and such, the best thing is to like use another thumb to like flick the screen up or down while you're still got the left one on for drifting. It's quite good for like...
Oh shit, where did I go?
yeah.
Yeah, did it happen to you as well? Just kind of turned around somehow.
Well, I think it
What
balances
the fuck
out.
is
'cause it happens
this?
to
What
all
is
of
this
us.
cause? Just was as I was thinking before, like you know in Reddit where you're just floating in space sometimes and you just have no idea where to land.
Yeah.
Like that.
Final lap.
Meanwhile, Danny's like, guys, it's obvious. Just go this way.
Oh, hi, Danny. Speaking of... Danny was asking, is this an older Redout? I think it's younger in the sense this came out, I think, last year.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
God.
As you can see, we're as good as this as we are at Redout. Don't... we'll
Can
just
see
leave that
people.
at that.
No, I mean, woo.
Nah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I actually have weapons in this one.
Eh.
Did you change your ship, Pedz?
Event complete.
Aren't you supposed to do worse with weapons?
I've lost track, to be honest. Yeah, how we're all doing in chat. We all had a good Saturday. Seems like you got quite. I know you said you would like doing mostly side stuff, Jeff, but it seems like you got quite a bit done on Final Fantasy VIII today.
Yeah, it's a nice bit of progress. What to say about it?
Oh, we got the double bill
Oh,
of
another one of these
U-turn
courses.
tracks. Yeah.
Oh, Pedz, you bastard! I mean,
doing.
yeah, I did get quite a decent amount of stuff done on FF8 today, actually.
I'm really gonna have to like. Well, it's a good incentive for me to keep watching just to see finally the bit I got to.
Well, as we've established, you've already completed the game, Chasm.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that name in the credits, but I definitely didn't beat this game.
Does anybody like glitch through a wall before? Just like
Yeah, occasionally.
very authentic PS1.
Yeah.
So you're not supposed to
I
move
guess.
out and miss apple.
I did just try and like shortcut the U-turn bit to absolutely no success. Ah!
Shit.
Uh-oh.
Did I just get ahead of you?
Oh no! Okay. I thought for a second Jeff did as well, but I was just because I've lost.
Don't you mean woohoo, Chasm?
No, I definitely mean Ultra.
Scariest game ever because Chasm's winning.
Now that you mention it, Jeff, that just sent chills down my spine.
Just wait for a jump scare when you're in first and then you finish your race and Chasm's first.
Jasmine just appears ahead, yeah.
Just wait until someone plays Savage Attack on the stream and then I'll...
If you zoom in closely, you can see Jasmine ahead of you. X-Files music starts playing.
A Slender Man of a base circuit.
Yeah, the other you're on my screen at the moment, Kriken. You're very jittery. Like, I guess that's a latency thing. It's just sort of. It's still quite
Yeah, that's a
readable where you
feeling.
are.
It's the tech I'm using. It's called the jitter.
Ah.
Jetta bug. I got us 12 laps to
I
this.
might look jittery because I'm just like bouncing left and right on these walls.
ripping his hair back and forth.
It feels so elegant when they have like a 5-second period of time in which I'm not clashing against every wall. It usually doesn't last.
Yeah.
Gosh, I save it.
That is you eliminated.
It's working. It's working.
Nah.
Can actually see you.
At what point is this pod race in Kriken?
Saint Muffin always wins.
I suppose it's when one tries spinning, because, you know, any trick.
That's a good trick.
Oh, good trick, yeah.
Tender eliminated.
My favourite line from that combo is when Obi-Wan says to Qui-Gon Jinn, "You're right about one thing, Master. The meeting was short."
Oh, yeah!
Like randomly, oh no.
That's the cladder of the line they had to see that. The shakes are both great actors, obviously. It's just cardboard talking to cardboard in every scene. You can visualise that. It's only really the third film, like, Ewan McGregor gets to, like...
Yeah, they both did a good job considering the probably bad direction.
There is a, well, it's a sad yet funny quote from Ewan McGregor about Phantom Menace, like how ecstatic he was to be doing Star Wars. He was like, yeah, I was just sitting down really for most of the film, just sitting down and complaining about the effect. Which, you know, you think about Obi-Wan and Phantom Menace, it's like, yeah, he doesn't really do a whole lot until the end.
This race end already before I blow up again.
It's quite a long track.
I've been in first for so long, but I just can't imagine myself blowing up and then like somebody pulls ahead.
Oh, that's why it's so long. It's 12 laps.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah, was in person.
The baby part of what's this racing game called again? Ballistic NG.
Knowing this one would be 12 laps, I would never have selected it. I do apologise.
I wish it was 13 laps.
Final Fantasy 13 laps.
I wish the mill wasn't this unplayable.
No pop.
To be honest, the characters in Final Fantasy 13 have kind of like grown on me. We're like we're endearingly like awkward. Like the group chemistry we have.
Relatedly so.
It's like they all feel like we're from like different games, especially like Saz.
Saz. He's a highlight on FF13.
Watching anyone trying to play off snow is always a bit kind of... It's such different energy levels.
Yeah.
Ow, pasties.
The pasties say.
He quoted Jazz in 2019, so long as I beat Jeff.
Seems I've got your third place in the standings at the moment, Jazzin.
It's like all I've got left, please don't take it that way from me.
So long as I beat Jeff to third.
Also, don't let me get above third, because then the success will get to my head.
Don't worry, that won't happen.
Good, that'd be assuring. I feel at ease. Oh, mate, you want Kriken dead, Jeff. God, that was fine.
Hello, he's jitterbugging his way around him.
So hold on, the jitterbug's not one. You ever like the Millennium Bug? The Turn of the Millennium? Or was that the mascot for basically indicating the
mascot?
Well, it's like that whole thing about the. Wasn't that whole thing about like how the clocks, any computer?
Y2K.
Yeah, basically anything with a clock on it was going to just melt. they were set to handle them like that much of a time span change. And then nothing happened, obviously.
Event complete.
My computer hasn't worked since 2000 though.
Alright.
Blew up on the year 2000.
Kriken's the most
Actually, too
authentic
much
one.
time.
He's actually playing this on the PS1.
Playing this on the PS Classic.
Oh god, you poor thing.
All of these were like doubters, but
It's just
paying off now.
bilinear filter and you can't turn off. Oh.
I just sent a chill down my spine.
I linear chill.
The scariest Jasmine stream was when he set it to 12 FPS and he said the binary controller on.
That was amazing.
Amazingly scary.
I should have in quotation marks forgotten to turn that back
And it's
up.
like a quote you get on like a film review, like or a film amazingly scary. I was scared. I remember there's this like random like Jackie Chan film and like the quote was like riveting. It's just that. It was like no rating, so it might have been like a really poor rating, but we just like got riveting, just took out like the entire review out of context.
Pedz, where did you come from?
Eliminate.
Yeah, thank you. You'd be taking my second or third place, whichever one I make.
I remember seeing that for like I think it was like Adventure 2 maybe, there was like a review
I
that
don't know
raised
if I
it in the
remember one or not.
60% range. And they still used the quote from it, that was just sort of, that just happened to be a positive line quote. Probably been a lot of that for
Yeah.
history.
Yeah, they can do stuff like that. They can also like, if like say you give a film 2 stars, they can like put an image next to it, make it look
Give me a
like
second,
you're
I need to
like
quickly go
obscuring like 4 or 5
Set
stars
up
or
something for
something.
the kids.
Yeah, no,
Oh
it's
yeah,
bad.
I've seen that Kriken, yeah, where it's like, it's actually 2 stars, but because their chin is in the way of where the other stars would be.
Yeah, and they have it like amongst like positive reviews, so it looks like it's like another 4 or 5 star review.
I don't know, at that point of audacity, I kind of admire it. It's kind of wonderful to me.
Yeah.
Just wait till Pedz gets back.
Okie doke.
Got a kick option, so maybe I can kick Jasmine.
Physically,
Yeah, I
or...
I look like kick him into 4th place.
Oh yeah, you do that. Do most of the legwork from that. It's quite nice to do a multiplayer stream again, it's been a while.
I'm beginning to like Ballistic NG.
Well, because it's... what was it? Oh, God, I can never remember that quote.
Dark, dirty, dangerous.
That's it.
Dark, dirty, dangerous. Oh, Jack.
Oh, Tony.
Is it the second or the third Jack that had that? Did we establish that?
Jack 3.
Jack 2? Oh, Jack 3.
Gosh, it is the
I should
third
know
Jack.
that, really.
Failed your Jack tests now, Kriken.
I thought it was jacked.
Yeah, 'cause
I think my Discord connection's being a bit funky right now, so...
Said that?
What?
You sound fine, to be honest. I can't. Is it us you're
Yeah.
not hearing though?
Yeah, you guys are cutting up a bit, I think.
That's just
Or
me
maybe
tailoring
shy.
off, starting to mumble.
It might be that. No, yeah, it's not just like it's like not picking it up, maybe.
Oh, it's okay. On the brighter note, you notice the bottom left corner of the screen it says Free Tracks expansion and Neon Knights expansion.
Guess that's Jeff's. Don't know. Did you get DLC for this? Is there DLC?
Yeah, so we've got Neon Knights, which has a. It's got a few. That had those horrible race tracks on. That map looks amazing with having it matched.
Experimental.
Free tracks? I'm not too sure. Which, maybe free tracks was in the extras.
Mayhaps.
Mayhaps.
You fussed about PS Plus, Kriken.
I was looking at it today. I don't know. It looks. I'll probably look into it a bit more, but I don't really like having to pay to play online.
Yeah.
And my my internet's not been amazing recently, so yeah, not too inclined at the moment.
There was a couple
It's
of
nice. The games are nice, but I don't like how you don't keep them. Like if you quit, for example, like you can't.
You can get them back if you resubscribe, so it's not like
True.
you. Because that's what I thought it was for the longest time. Like I assumed just like you could have like 8 years worth of it, and then like you're off it for 1 day and you've lost them all forever. But it's a bit nicer than that at least, thankfully. I would have said the first couple of months back to get it because Wipeout was on it, but that was like 2 months
You
ago.
play any other multiplayer games or just this?
I'm not fussed.
You get in and out of other stuff, or if you just stick with this, or is Jazz going to be playing solo stuff, or what's happening? Like, you know.
No, I'm probably not doing solo tonight. I'm happy to do multiplayer stuff. And then it depends on what time he does it. Maybe raid Cumberdanes is was it Amnesia? Who's gonna play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
maybe.
could always do
I think he
some
said he's
4-player
starting
Rocket
then.
League after if you want.
Yeah, I'd go for that. Show off my 120 frames per second skill.
20 frames per second.
You do play it at that because you either do like 4K 60 or 1080p 120, don't you, Pedz? You have settled on the latter of those.
Yeah, I've gone with the 120. This is running at 120 as well.
Oh, cool, really?
Yeah, it's not me very deep. I'm not very good at all.
So I started that race holding the back camera button, and I had no idea what was going on.
I don't even know what that is. What is the back?
L1 for me.
Oh,
That's how I play all my racing games, Kriken.
Just so you can laugh.
So I can see you all.
Energy critical. Final lap.
Oops.
I think I just blew up somebody. So tried the incident.
Oh, that makes it feel a lot better. This just happened to be incidental. I'll try it.
Stop shooting at me, Jeff.
Sorry.
If I wasn't back camera at the start, I would have won.
If you had back cameras, you would have seen the bullets coming at you.
True.
Gosh.
I would have been able to drop a banana in time. It's Mario Kart laugh.
Well done, Jeff.
Did Jeff post the Titus laugh just then?
No, he did the banana Donkey Kong
Oh,
64.
right.
Well, I was just like, Donkey Kong banana. I was like, oh wait, that's because Jeff's Kriken said banana.
The layers.
It's called layers, of course. I hate my
Jazzing your generosity today has meant that I can submit another sub. Sorry, emote.
Oh, really? Oh, does that go by subscription numbers? I didn't actually know that.
Yeah, so I think, or subscription points, so I think it's 2 points per sub tier 2, 1 point per sub tier 1.
Oh,
So I think if you get 15, you get 1 extra emote slot, and then 25 points for a third one.
So there we go, my goal is complete. I've just given you more work. No, that's really cool. I had no idea. No wonder, bless you, man. No wonder I like had like 4 new emotes I could add. It's, after your immense generosity, that's it. The thing is, you probably could mine Mean Bean Machine for more, couldn't you? Like, there's like the perfect size sprites for
Whatever want my childhood memories coming back to haunt me every time I seeing coconuts, which was my first walk. At the what's it? The Carnival Night Zone battle was in the mode.
Oh god.
Oh god.
I was a victim of that one, so you can tell maybe there might be the period of self-hatred if I posted that, so do track on me if I post that. I think I told you before, Jeff, I borrowed a friend's copy of Sonic 3 and I just like picked, I think, whatever the first file was, and because of that the first level I played was Launch Space, so and, so actually it wasn't too bad in that sense. I could at least see what levels came after.
Jasmine? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, go on.
Hey, are you sure you didn't do that with Final Fantasy VIII as well?
well, bloody obviously, but you know, we're talking about Sonic 3, yeah?
Launch Space is almost in Final Fantasy.
It kind of is, I mean, there's rockets and stuff.
I've never played Final Fantasy 8 more than like an hour or so.
Never played Sonic 3.
Nah, you had stories. From
Heard
Jazz
rumours.
said, there's only one level in it. It's like, you know, get to the end of the game by beating the bosses once, and then it's zero. So
Jasmine has found it a very underwhelming experience.
He's like, I don't see why they needed 2 cards for 2 levels.
I mean, it's a big level granted, Jasmine.
Do you know about emotes just now? How do you get more tier 2? I think I've got like 4 or 5 one tier, but only 1 of each of 2 and 3.
I'm not sure about tier 2, to be honest. Or 3.
What do you think?
Yeah, Kriken.
Ooh, I just got engaged in the game.
I think I saw Jasmine ahead of me, I'm scared.
Just, what was that?
And he disappeared. I saw you briefly ahead, then you just pulled way ahead.
Oh no. Sorry, Pedz, you were quite quiet on my head. I've just turned your volume up a bit.
You're just shy.
Obviously. What were you asking about emotes?
I was wondering how you get more tier... I keep pressing the fucking mute. How you get more tier 2 and tier 3 emotes. Because I've only got 1. I think I've got 4 or 5 tier 1s, but only 1 of each of tier 2 and 3.
Oh, I think I'm the same. Yeah, I've only got 1 tier 2 and 1 tier 3. Do you reckon there's just more subs on top of that?
I thought that's just how it worked, like you can only like section off 1 for those higher tiers. I'm not sure.
Just gotta try, and depending on how many tiers you have, depends on how many emotes you get.
So what would be the best game to instigate said crime?
Risk.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. We're on the way.
Like I said,
Delightful. Hi, Jeff.
Tender,
the game that would make me cry. Paper Mario. house in your door because you know when it's finished, you're never going to get the same experience.
Ah, that's lovingly.
That's
No,
the
it's
same
not
with
lovely,
Bugsy
it's
3
more
either.
so-
You're never gonna
More-
give the same
more-
experience
more
again.
a sign that Nintendo decided to fuck the franchise in the arse. Sideways with a fucking baseball bat. So they
Well, I was
can-
about to joke and say, well, you got the 3DS one, but I guess that'll do as well.
Bye, Jeff. Thank
Right.
you, Jeff.
You have that
Literally
fight.
spawned and died straight away as Jasmine went past me. I literally didn't even know I exploded. What did he do to me?
Might have involved rockets.
Third place.
Event complete.
It's a shame because I think it's intelligent systems that does Paper Mario, doesn't it? And like all the rest of our output, most of the rest of it's really good. It kind of feels like they're being forced by Nintendo to like gimmicks to the game. So I think probably if you had like more free,
I think even
Freedom
with the
on it.
gimmicks, if they actually had some unique characters and stuff like they used to do, then it wouldn't feel
Yeah.
as shallow, I guess.
yeah. Well, apparently the combat systems just aren't like very good anymore. That's one thing I've heard a lot.
Well, to be honest, the Wii U game was a step in the right direction. Like the writing was very funny in it. It was
Yeah.
like near Fast and Furious levels, I would say, but it still had a few of the like the battle system. Basically, what you just said, Kriken. Yeah, the battle system wasn't great.
Energy wall. Shield. Mines.
I mean, the state of the Mario and Luigi RPGs is in a bit of an odd place now in my recent news.
True. Honestly, though, I only really liked the first one that much.
Yeah, I enjoyed what I played at the 3DS Mario and Luigi, but it did feel like they were sort of stagnated a bit. And,
Yeah.
they felt like they were too long by that point. It felt being a bit laggy, a bit slow in that pace. I feel.
Also, if it got like rid of the lengthy tutorials at the start, that would have been nice.
Jasm, can you represent the game going at slower pace in Ballistic NG for us so that
Shit. Oh my god.
Ah.
Eliminated.
Oh, there you go, Jeff.
yeah.
Missile. Mines.
If you could go a bit slower?
No, I've got my fill, but thanks for the suggestion anyway.
Start dropping last mines as well.
Pasties, shush. Just because you could attest. No, sorry, it's not going to do that. Sorry.
Oh.
Pasties
So this
or,
is the. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, pasties or anyone else in chat. Have you played any games this evening? Alright, Jeff, go. Sorry.
Something Jasm related. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's just
That's
something-
related. Great anecdote to start with that.
Yeah, so this is that course with the horrible map.
Horrible map.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of false turns on this actually.
Missile. Energy low.
Which I mean, loving map.
It's quite cool. It's all like an interior, but yeah, I'm crashing into everything. That's fun.
I saw a Kriken pass me.
Ah.
Eliminated.
Spooky.
It reminds me of the sewer level from Crash Team Race in a bit.
I might have just been going the wrong way. Pedz just passed me. Oh, wait a minute.
Rockets.
Yeah, I could see that a little bit actually, Jeff.
If you keep on going that way, Jasmine, you get credits for.
Oh, it's too late now. I can't get
If
back.
you keep going that way, it takes you to the end of Final Fantasy VIII.
Oh, I do remember this bit.
Set that on every stream, not every FF8 stream.
Yeah.
Now, oh, I do remember this section actually. Well, not normally it's preceded by. I don't think I got too far into this game.
That's kind of like me when I like pick up a book I haven't like read in a while. Like 100 pages later, I'm like, oh wait, I already read up to here before.
No, there's 100 pages in a Hungry Cat at all.
It's not the only book I read, Jeff.
I ever seen Gone Girl with a few family members, and my mum came out of it like, yeah, I got halfway through that and I was like, wait, I've read the book for this. She didn't actually realise going into it.
I remember watching Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, and after coming out of the cinemas I was like, oh yeah, I've read the book for it.
Played the Game Boy Color game for this.
I went to the school for that.
Which is a JRPG as well, what the hell? Oh, Sekiro! Nice past those.
Do you guys want to do one more set of races and maybe go into Rocket League?
Sounds like a good shout, yeah. Yeah, this is glad we finally got to this. This has been a good bit of fun.
Yeah, I'd say it'd inspire me to actually do some of the game, but I know I'll just get stuck again. Alright, so that's the Neon Knights expansion, so I'll try doing some levels from that.
Yeah, I did just check. It looks like the DLC is just like, one is the soundtrack, and then another one is, I guess that'd be the Neon Knights one. Oh yeah, oh, of course, because the pre-tracked expansion would be free. That would add up. Damn it. How you doing on Sekiro, Pasties? 'Cause that's on New Game Plus, isn't it? Speaking of horror, I am a bit terrified to touch that game, so... No, you need to parry a lot in it, which I don't trust my skill on. Or lack thereof.
He's more prodigy this game.
Nah.
Yeah, Jazam, you stay in 4th place.
Well, if you could have asked him nicely, I might refuse.
The way to use my Vorse, that's your magnetism.
Ah! Remember what I said about what do I do with this information?
Vehicle, and I can't use weapons, literally can or something.
I like the rain effect. It's really nice.
It's great on this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice looking reflection. Yeah, sorry Pedz, I'm not sure what's going on with weapons at all.
I can't use weapons on this car right now either.
Final lap.
Oh, yeah, I got the
Rockets.
The game seems...
It doesn't seem like weapons matter too much though.
Autopilot engaged.
They helped me for a couple of races, actually one of them. I think I won one out of 20 races without. And then I won like 2 or 3 in a row with them.
Back when I was like coming last, I was getting like shields a lot in last place. And I was like, yeah, this is good. This is great.
Kriken, do you want to use those shields again? Do you rather talk about your work?
Event complete.
I do love talking about my work, Jeff. You're right.
Oh, you're starting fresh again past these. Oh wow, on Sekiro. Yeah, I seem to be going after trophies though, right? Tell me more past these.
Plasma.
Yeah, these are probably the best looking tracks, aren't they? The ones from the expansion.
Yeah, very neon-esque.
Take place at
No,
night too.
I think what I like
cool
about most of them, what I like most about these tracks is how wet they are.
Oh, Pedz.
Agreed.
This track is very slick.
Autopilot engaged.
Like it's attracted to
well
some
wet, isn't it?
raw animal magnetism.
Oh gosh, what did he
funny,
start
like,
with that
because-
pastis?
With this game compared to other racing games, weather effects nice. They actually have less of an impact, don't they, than other racing games because you're not actually on the track.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's kind of a waste of time, really.
Just look
Unless
pretty.
you have really strong winds, which make your fucking non-wheeled car, you know, make it harder to turn left and stuff.
I really want like the cockpit view on this to have like squeaky little windscreen wipers during these tracks.
Or to have a...
Disengaging.
Sure
Hugs,
whether this game supports VR.
Huxley
Hello,
and
Huxley.
all Idaho agrees.
On Idaho bark. It's a bark of a pugsley. That's a raw animal magnetism of a pugsley.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see what this is like in VR.
Something's wrong. It's saying Jeff has the same score as me.
It is. I think so far he's been above every race.
I agree, Pedz.
Autopilot
Don't listen to that horrible Kriken.
engaged. Disengaging.
So this is one of the actual standard tracks, just in reverse.
Missile. Mines.
So it's not like, because you think of that in like a game like this, you think of like a Mario Kart style mirror mode, where it's just sort of horizontally flipped, if that makes sense, but no, you're actually
Yeah.
going for the track
It's
backwards.
wee Twilight Princess mode, basically, you know.
Well, I think that is Mario Kart mirror mode, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all been flipped. So if you're left-handed, you're right-handed. and so on and so forth.
That's why I couldn't write anything earlier.
Energy. Perfect lap.
I was so confused.
Final lap. Missile.
I guess it's a good thing there's no like exam section in the game.
Nah.
Autopilot. Contender.
In the style of Mega Man Legends 2.
Engaged.
Oh yes.
That would have been good though.
Missile.
This music sort of reminded me of Tekken 3, actually.
Rockets.
So this really is PS1 nostalgia, the game. Isn't it?
Cannons.
I had an autopilot, it just took me through a load of mines.
Autopilot. Engaged.
I was hoping it'd weave deftly between them, but...
Yeah.
Disengaging.
Like cones in a driving test.
Energy critical.
No.
Oh, are you supposed to weave food cones in driving tests?
You are now.
Supposed to knock them down.
Is that the same with pedestrians?
Or what you do with the cones is you wait for people to pick them up and then run them down.
You're supposed to weave
Ah,
between
I
the
see.
pedestrians.
Supposed
Speaking
to
of,
wee on them through the window.
You're supposed to knock down the cones and then pick up the pedestrians when you're like on a drunk night out.
Sorry, Kriken, I didn't want you to talk about your work.
Honestly, if you're not
Oh,
driving like
dear.
if you're not driving in real life like you crazy taxi, you're doing it wrong.
True.
why do you think I failed my test three
Gonna have to
times?
find-
Plasma.
Blasted the offspring.
Tremor.
It's great.
Plasma.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to put off-spin on now.
Nah.
If it with a yeah song.
But you gotta mod that in if you play the Steam version. They didn't pay the license for it.
Disengaging.
Is it on Steam?
Yeah, there's like, yeah. It's quite good if you mod it.
Final lap.
With most games.
Yeah.
Contender eliminated. Cannons. Contender
Oh, fuck.
eliminated. Energy.
Jasmine eliminate that person.
Energy.
Thank you.
Gosh, the earthquake mod does a lot of damage, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's an interesting power up. Cause earthquake, machine gun, missile, mines, earthquake.
Powered by Dub Trio. Or some grab Pokemon.
I know.
Ah,
mean,
I reckon. Close. Oh, let's go past those. So beating Ogre first.
Close, but there's a go.
Okie. Well, that's some ballistic NG action.
Well, it's ballistic.
I was bollocks. I'm really good at racing games. I always win. I didn't win hardly ever then.
That was
Bollocks.
balls. Well, we'll see what happens in Garfield Kart.
So, is your review no good?
I actually
then,
have Garfield Kart, to be fair. Like,
I will get it. Yeah, we should
I think
race that at some
I got it for like £1.
point. Yeah.
MDP.
I've seen it on sale for like 38p or similar.
Jasm is sponsored by Garfield Kart.
Nah, fuck off. He's sponsored by Bubsy 3D.
Gosh, these always go to my lack of integrity. The current, I think it was like Fanatical that gets it really cheap sometimes.
I'm honestly surprised, right, that Jasm hasn't streamed Bubsy 3D. It just seems like the kind of game Jasm would want to stream.
Doesn't see it every night. Sets it to private.
Yeah. Aside from that, which I definitely did, I did download the files for it, and I think the fates were intervening because they couldn't get that to work properly. I think there was like some sort of
your antivirus program went on.
That's a shame.
Well, that was sponsored by Aero the Acrobat by Antivirus, so maybe there was some pay in this. Yeah, there we go. Fire Rocket League up.
I need to download an update. I don't think it'll take long though.
You don't mind if I take a quick coffee break, do you?
No, I think we'll all that.
I
Yeah,
do
I'll probably. Well,
I'm glad you answered that way. So I don't know what you'd do if you say, yes, I do actually want to start now. I'd actually forego my coffee for you.
You could
Please
just say,
steal my
tough.
goals now.
To be fair, though, you could say, I'm going to grab a coffee. It'll be 5 minutes. Do a round without me. It's, it's not a game where it's like, right, you got an hour.
Yeah,
we'll be
that would
back in
be
an hour.
the considerate thing to say.
Well, anyway, I'm going for coffee. I'll be back in.
Alright.
yeah, I'll be back in a bit also.
They're back. Oh, honey, I'm home.
Welcome back. I hope song request is on. Otherwise typing this out on my phone is gonna be...
There we go. How's your brew, Jeff?
Ballistic to the mask, I don't believe it.
How's Tuxedo Mask's brew?
What the fuck is going on your stream?
It's the best! Let me put the, stick the audio all on that. It's so good. Here we go. Do you not remember this bit from Resident Evil 4, Pedz?
I don't remember this dancing scene though.
Oh,
this
we
is
got
only
your
in the,
advert,
this is only in the Wii version.
The Wii version.
Jeez.
Yeah, coming on and off your stream every so often, and came back when you was on the ads and it's showing a YouTube advert, and I started to click off it instinctively.
Yeah, I would definitely be in that boat. I don't know if there's a way to put ad block on an OBS media source, unfortunately. Or browser source. Yeah, we all keen to do
Send me an
some.
invite when you're ready, guys.
Yeah, who wants to host? As only got it.
I'm ready.
I can't see your online, Kriken.
I'm what?
I can send you an invite.
Thank you.
So now, why is OBS not picking up Rocket League?
Sure you're not actually playing Nier Automata right now instead.
Well, yeah, but that's besides the point. I forgot to display capture or something.
You seem to be having quite a few issues. OBS recently.
Yeah, OBS is it's always been a bit weird like this for me, to be honest. Just every once in a while it sometimes it's better if I restart it, but yeah. Quite nice. I'll just do, it's not ideal, but I'll probably just do display capture.
Oh my god, I did not need to see that on your desktop.
I know my Steam library is quite quite outrageous.
Bit raunchy.
I just realized I'm using my Switch controller to play this. I don't know why whenever I use that I play bad. Whereas with when I use the PS4 controller, I just play bad.
Oh.
I'm using my DK bongos to play this.
I'm using gyro controls.
Using my Resident Evil chainsaw.
I've got a Resident Evil chainsaw in each hand.
Groovy. Someone get that reference.
I don't know, Austin Power says groovy. I
Yeah,
guess.
sure.
I think in Earthworm, yeah.
Zoinks. Please get them.
I hope when you said groovy you were on about Ash.
Yeah, there you go. There's Pokemon Ash to clarify.
Oh really?
Pokemon.
Not so, come on.
Or Evil Dead, one of the two.
Welcome back, Grum.
Hello, Grom.
Welcome back, Rum.
God, the Knight Rider car is cool, and
It is indeed.
they I haven't seen Stranger Things season 3 yet, but they've added the vehicle from it, haven't they? Or at least they're about to.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, they did a trailer. It's also like the stage with the barn on it. It's getting like an
Maybe it's
upside
coming
down
soon.
Stranger Things style transformation.
I watched 4 or 5 episodes of it and I thought it was alright, but I just never watched more.
I really like the first 2 seasons. Just haven't got around to 3 yet.
Actually, kart racer for Stranger Things.
I've only seen season 1. It was pretty good, but I've heard kind of mixed things about.
Only a
Series
strange
2
thing
onwards.
about it.
I've actually heard pretty normal things about it, Joe.
I'd really prefer it if you could.
I am the mighty rocket car.
So Rocket Car was upset with that. Yeah.
Oh, Grub, you actually know someone who has the chainsaw controller. Why haven't you stolen it yet? Might be projecting
He's already stolen your copy, Jasmine.
that.
Whoa.
Wow. Fuck.
Ow.
There goes my
women's.
champ rank on 4v4s.
4v4s and casual.
Really? Oh. There goes my champ rank in casual games.
The casual rank. We've got it back though.
Yeah. Yeah, I have here that is unusable, but gosh, it's such a wonderful fin on its own.
Sorry, Jasmine.
No, Kriken.
I saw myself driving into you, and I just thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna continue driving into you.
Well, you scored, so I guess that was a necessary part of that. So
It was calculated, yeah.
carry on. It's okay.
I was like, Jasmine, no, you won't get the shot. I need to do this one.
Fair enough.
You will be sorry, Jasmine.
What if I already am?
You really are. I believe you're 100% sincere.
Nah. Yes, that'll do. Sorry, Kriken, that's what you said. So it's
Damn it, I should have.
Damn it.
It's so good we just admired it as it rolled past.
Jeff knows.
You know.
Nice. Nice one, Pedz.
Fair play.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know why, but I'm really liking Kit.
Not sure what you said. It sounded like you said, I'm really liking cats.
I
Sure, it was
thought
something
somebody
like-
really liking it.
Alright.
I don't
I said
know.
Kit. Like ride a car's called Kit.
Oh, I see.
That did come with like a gold explosion, I think, did that? That come with like a gold explosion, I think.
I don't know.
Hopefully, yes.
Car explosion.
Anyone else here played Gravity Rush of interest?
I've wanted to for the longest time, I'm not really. Oh, Pasties, you...
I played. I never
Cool.
finished it though. I got a side mission where I had to keep putting out fires. I did not quit the side mission because I couldn't do it and it really annoyed me, so I never went back to it. I believe I was right near the end of the game.
Oh wow, Gravity Rush 1 was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Right
really
on the
cool. I'm
default.
surprised that like it's actually sold kind of badly. That's why I haven't really heard much from the series since. Which yeah, surprises me.
Well, until it got remastered, it was one of the notable Vita exclusives.
Ah right. So that took a wind out of its sails, being taken away from the Vita.
Yeah, there is a... I was thinking
Yeah,
about that.
nothing to do with it being a Vita game in the first.
yeah, I know. I was just messing.
Ported, like.
Yeah, there is a Vita emulator, like, that's making strides
Yeah,
recently.
apparently it's like doing okay. Yeah.
I don't know how motivating that is to
How
work
the
on, 'cause
hell
they're
would
really...
you? I don't know how you would work the back stuff though, unless you pick up the Vita, like your monitor, and put the touchpads on the back.
Well, never bad.
I'm not sure. Maybe like if you were using a DualShock 4, you could maybe use the touchpad on that. I'm not sure how well that would work.
There's probably a few. I mean, there are some games which just use it as like extra buttons, so you can probably just map like top.
Teroi
flights.
was awesome on the Vita.
Yeah, I've got the PS4 one of that. I meant to get to that. For
I wonder how the stuff works where you have to, like, there's certain parts you have to touch things from behind to manipulate the floor. I wonder how that works on the Vita.
It does stuff
On
with
the
like the
previous
touchpad on the PS4 controller. I think it obviously has to rework quite a bit. I think some people say they still prefer how the Vita version handles some of those aspects, but obviously the PS4 one looks and runs better, and
Have you played the PS4 version, did you say?
only very briefly. It seemed very charming.
Was you the son?
Say that again?
Was you the son?
The sun.
Yeah, in the Vita version, you're the son.
The
You're delivering,
sun.
you're
Sun?
delivering a message to you, as in the sun, the S-U-N.
Oh,
No, the
gosh.
star.
Possibly. I remember a lot of like older sounding people arguing about something. Well, not arguing, but like sort something out of it.
It's one of those games where you say you've not played too much of it, but you've actually completed it.
Well, I'll let you decide. The answer's yes.
Press 1 if it's yes, chat.
So, Kriken.
Is that the paper game?
Is what the game?
That's what Grum just asked now. Is that the paper game? Tearaway. Oh, right,
That's
yeah.
paper boy.
Why not both?
Paper now.
It's papers, please.
Papers, please, yeah.
dirty paper.
Paper definitely would say that.
I think so. I mean, woohoo! Oh. Get him a corner, can that count as a goal?
4v4 is a lark, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's my review for it. A lot.
End quote.
Sparrow.
that's a rather nice pass, Pedz.
The answer is yes, Graham. I was the son in the Teletubbies. Yeah, that has been. Phew, that was a close one. I think I got through it convincingly. Yeah, I don't remember. I only played a bit of the PS4 Terror. I don't remember there being something about the sun.
So one of the newspapers.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah,
destroyed
but
my
I mean
copy
Dark
if it was
Souls.
like that. So effectively that.
His name is Rupert Murdoch.
Ah,
Metallic Bubbles. So what's next after your Doom Resident Evil, Doom Castlevania stream and Jasmine? Have you got any?
Hopefully Doom Resident Evil now you've said it.
I was just about to say that. I hope that exists. I
We've
I
got
mean,
to fight it with a chainsaw.
yeah. Oh yeah, they could have the Doom chainsaw, but have it just be the Resident Evil chainsaw controller.
You have to
screen.
wake up Doom before the zombies get to him.
But yeah, not sure. I've got a few.
I really want that game all of a sudden. And when you wake up Doom, it's like, oh blimey guys, thanks for waking up. The zombie almost killed me.
If any of these hypothetical games exist by the time I start streaming it again, it's those. Otherwise, probably it'll be a short game. I'm not sure which one. Yeah, probably something from my Steam library.
The Sky.
Like you could add non-Steam games to a Steam library. So
Persona
technically.
5.
Know Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was pretty scary with some of those questions.
Well, I've seen that PS2 Chris Tarrant character model, and that was pretty fun. Although actually the
That was the real Chris Tarrant.
Oh dear.
Please help me.
Oh no. I mean, granted,
Dan Robinson and Weakest Link.
the first one they did, which was like, yeah, the PS1 era one, that just had like the background was just like the empty studio, and you couldn't see Chris Tarrant, so it was weirdly eerie. So that could probably also be a little stealth horror.
There's nobody to cough in it for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Pedz or Kriken, whichever one I smack into.
Grr. We'll pay for that.
So Kriken wouldn't say that because Kriken. Unless it's work related. Pedz.
I had a customer at work today who just didn't speak, so I had to just like guess what they wanted. It was really hard. Like they gave no indication whatsoever. I was like, "You want this? You want this? Are you sure? You want this?" I was like sounding
It
almost.
wasn't Jeff
annoyed
from
with it.
that one, was it?
Yeah.
Go into the kitchen and say dark, dirty, dangerous.
Well, I would have preferred if he said that, I guess. It's better than nothing.
I'd really prefer if he'd be quiet.
I'd really prefer if you'd be. We'll carry on then. Oh, nice one.
I'm the mighty Jeffyard.
Hey, Cumber.
Hey, Cumberdanes, you alright?
Hey, Cumby.
Cumby?
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
a mighty Cumby.
I'm the mighty Cumby.
Could be worse. You could be the Great Mighty Pooh.
True.
I'm Rat as well.
I'm going good, thank you.
Cumbo, are you doing Amnesia tonight?
He forgot.
Very good. I assume that silence was like to contemplate how to twist that into so well done. God damn it. It's a good show,
I think this
actually.
level called Waluigi Coliseum, Wario Coliseum, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I won't be on it for too much longer. Probably head off at about 9:30 if that's okay. Stream and chat if you guys. Oops. As I'm back into Pedz.
Yeah, no worries. Was it 9:10 now, is it?
Yeah. Oh, nice on a FF5 Cumber.
Yeah, perhaps we'll...
Kriken, you're not allowed to talk about 5 because I don't want to hear about your job again, Kriken.
Gosh.
Well, as a white mage, uh-oh.
Like that, I get.
As a white mage, I cast mute on one of my customers and I couldn't speak.
Did they, like... There wasn't, like, a thank you there, or did they say, like, anything at all, even by the end?
No, I mean, a lot of customers just don't say thank you there.
Sorry about that, Kriken. Well, what sort of place do you work at? Is it like a cafe or something, Kriken?
Sort of, yeah. There's like a cafe area. Bakery shop.
Greg's?
No, but it's similar.
Jenkins?
Ferraris.
Sure,
not
all of
Pasti's
those things. Pasti's. That would be a great name for a place like that, Pasti's house.
Yeah, that passed this.
If your rent's cheap pasties, then
Nah.
get it started.
But yeah, cover will probably maybe go until about 10 and then raid you. I'd like to see Amnesia. I feel like that was like one of the first early successful indie horror games. Back in like 2009 or so.
I remember Amnesia doing pretty well. I played a bit of it, but I think it was Amnesia Pigs or something. That might be a Nine Inch Nails song.
Might be both.
That I don't think people enjoyed as much.
Yeah, I remember hearing mixed things. I think it's quite short, that one, so I suppose if you buy Amnesia now, you probably get it bundled with that. Yeah, regardless, but... Because the same developer went on to do Soma as well, right? I think. I've heard very good things about that.
It's alright, I forgive you. I probably would have missed it anyway. Or if it's stolen. as a Dane of Rocket League. So are you gonna? Oh, sugar.
Damn.
Are you gonna sugar? Machine for pigs. That was close to March of the Pigs.
Well, I heard something pig, so I just assumed you got it right. Close enough.
Going to sugar.
I owe sugar all the time.
Oh, sugar. What I was going to ask, Kriken, is are you going to stream more FF13?
Probably not. Can be asked. I will play it.
Oh God, really? Where did you expect that response from?
Oh, I was thinking, this will be cool to relive FF13. I've not played it in 13 years. Or 10 years, rather.
Oh yeah, it does sound like a game where if you don't click with like the opening hours of it, it can be a bit trying. And there's probably, especially every...
I hear a lot of people say that 13 gets good after about 30 hours.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Well, I told Kriken I'd get 20, so if it is 30,
The game does open up towards the end, because it's quite linear throughout most of it.
Well, notoriously so.
What about chapter 11?
To be honest, I do like it. I just don't like. There were some points where I just like dying repeatedly, and like I had internet issues, so that like exacerbated things.
Chocobo in his hair, eating the white.
I wish that'd be adorable.
The Pedz? Sorry, John.
Did you just say a pork and bone in his head?
A chocobo.
Sure, a stroke him on.
My God, Cumber, why did you ever introduce us to that? That's during the Rocket League.
The funny thing is, yeah, I was wondering, what is the Chocobo's name? And there's like actually an entry on it, but it's like, what is his name? Well, it says something, I forgot what it said, but it's like, maybe we shall never know.
Commodore says there's actually a bad brick wall difficulty spike in Final Fantasy 13.
I can't wait.
Yes, trying to get past the first hour of boredom, and then the second hour, the third, and then all up to the 50th.
The combat system does feel a bit too automated. Like, they add to it gradually, and it does get better, but still. Yeah.
I forgot to check if there's an actual proper goal explosion for Kit. What was the name of the bad car anyway? Was it Cat or something?
So that again, what was the name of the
The bad car, Knight Rider, what's it called? Cat?
Well, it seems so.
Cat.
Kim Kardashian.
Alan Carr.
God.
See you in a sec, in a bit, Cumber.
Yeah, no worries, Cumber, thanks for tuning
See you in a
in.
minute, Cumber.
That
See you in an
number
hour.
anecdote was bizarre. Number after 8. Which 9 didn't come to mind.
Number
Yeah.
8.
Yeah, see you in a bit, Cumber.
Oh, yeah,
keep
flipping
driving
forward,
it,
that's a
yeah.
good trick.
My favourite trick.
Driving into too much style, though.
Bring it round at the speed of sound. Oh my god. I don't think I've even had to press the move button, I've just been hit everywhere. Oh, that's a nice goal, Jeff.
Thank you.
Nice shot. That's worthy of praise.
Oh yeah, look, there's billboards for Stranger Things in the background, like coming October 14th. Oh, is it 14th? Yeah.
I mean, woohoo.
So I'm guessing you're gonna leave the Switch for now, Jeff.
I was actually going to get it on Friday, but you probably heard about the Arndale, so I wasn't able to go into it.
Oh shit. Yeah.
So, maybe next Friday.
Well, it's quite nice if we get one now, it'll be like the one with the better battery life, whether...
True. Yeah.
I always
I kind of didn't really get my Switch at a good point. Like I didn't get it at launch, and I got it like a while before the better battery revision. And technically like better hardware, but we don't really use it, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of the impression I got.
I kind of wonder though, because I know like Switch games, they like overclock during loading times. So maybe they have faster loading times as well. I don't know.
I think probably the most noticeable thing was I think like download speeds were quicker on it. So the
Oh, wow,
eShop, yeah, the eShop might be a bit nicer in some browsers as well because of the. It sounds like, yeah, by and large they use like the extra kind of guts in there just to make the battery life longer. I don't know if that makes like homebrew overclocking it. I don't know if that expands the scope of that, I'm not really sure.
I'm sure it will with homebrew.
Overclock like a time version of Overcooked.
Yes, Jeff.
What would you do?
Heartfelt response.
That was the most heartfelt I've ever heard Jasmine sound before.
Raw magnetism I've ever heard.
Kenny Loggins coming in. Although, well, it's a remix.
I miss Kenny Loggins.
There's probably been a Kenny Loggins song in Stranger Things at some point. Would that suffice?
I think Kenny Loggins starred in Stranger Things.
I hope.
This is the song that plays when the monster gets me.
Nah.
I was kind of wondering, Jasmine or anybody else, about the PS Plus rewards. It was like something about View Cinema, so
Oh, I've
but
no idea
it
about that.
wasn't clear about like the benefits for it. It just said like savings or something. I don't know. Like it was clear, yeah. It didn't say. So yeah, I want to look through like all the benefits just to see if I like care enough about it overall.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't know at all about that.
Well, the biggest benefit is you get to play with Nick and I on CTR
Yeah.
every Saturday. For the rest of your life.
Were you playing that earlier? I was out for a lot of the extreme, unfortunately. Were you playing that earlier with him, Jeff?
Yeah, there's quite a few people who've popped on as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Much better at the game than I was.
Oh really, Nick?
Nick and I think Nick's probably slightly better than I am. All the guys who popped on, who, yeah, they're quite good at it.
Was there always someone who was like half a minute ahead in first?
Yeah, pretty much. Finish the. You've got 30 seconds left to do it, and you chat what?
So,
It's like you on a Ballistic NG. Implying that you're in first place, Jasmine. Okay,
I think I probably will complete Final Fantasy 13, and then after that, play 8 or 7. I'm not sure which one yet. But 8 seems pretty cool.
what would you play those
Yeah,
on?
What would I play it on? I'd play 8 on PC. Because since I don't really want to pay for the port on PS4. I mean, it seems like okay enough, but
Yeah, I think the only thing with PC is you do want to mod the music.
yeah, I'll absolutely mod. Yeah.
So just quickly, are you jumping out, Jeff?
Yeah, so cheers for the games. And cheers
No,
for
as if the
listening.
rest of us go back to the main menu then. Just quit out the current game, and then whoever's party leader.
Well, it'll still
not
be in
me, I don't
stream chat. So
Yeah, no worries, but as I say, it'll probably go to like 10 o'clock and then raid Cumberdones. Yeah, thanks so much, man. Glad we got to the Ballistic.
yeah, finally. Yeah, so cheers, Pedz, to Kriken and Jasmine, and see you all later.
Catch you in a bit, man. So who is party
God,
leader?
after he's gone.
Bye.
Who is party leader?
I'm not sure.
I didn't mean that to sound accusing. I swear. It's just mess up.
So what are we playing? Are we playing competitive? I think it's me. I'm not sure, really.
Yeah.
Does party leader only party leader has an option to like choose matchmaking?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Whoops.
That's right. Hello again, Jeff. Jeff, you get to spectate and commentate. Yeah, I suppose like it's probably hard to want to commit to FF13 after getting a new console.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. Even though it has aged well, I mean, it's not like the best game, but I still think it's pretty good looking. That sounds good.
I still sort of want to pick it up on PC, even though that PC Gaming wiki page on it is scary.
Yeah, it's got some like flaws that haven't been ironed out yet. I guess maybe out of a lack of care.
The Steam Final Fantasy ports do vary in quality very well, though. Honestly, I'd probably say most
The
of
X
them.
version of Final Fantasy 13.
Sorry.
The Xbox One X version of Final Fantasy.
Oh yeah, that probably is the best version.
So you had all the soul stuff, didn't they? And then fucking.
That's right, and higher res, because if you have higher res on PC, there's like some like graphical glitches. And yeah, they made their pre-rendered cutscenes higher quality as well. They went to that effort, which is cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this in the last stream, but that's the sort of they've set kind of standard for backwards compatibility now that I really hope just becomes.
It's kind of funny that they went to that effort for Final Fantasy 13 though.
Well, that happened for like all of the like oh god, my bad. For like the returns and the 13-2 as well. They did all of them.
Did they? Really? Wow.
Yeah, like all three others were X enhanced.
I guess Xbox went in kind of hard on that to like differentiate themselves in this gen. Just like, oh yeah, we need a thing. We need to do a thing to like shore up sales a bit. So now the console does seem kind of worthwhile. It's like fairly cheap as well to get.
The biggest reason for me to get an Xbox One X would probably be to play Panzer Dragoon Auto.
Oh.
What was that one as well?
Banjo is
Oh yeah, Banjo
I was
Kazooie in
thinking.
4K as well, yeah.
Yeah, and they like they
Perfect
don't
Dark
like
as well.
the like consistent 30 FPS, especially 2E, which apparently was like notoriously laggy on 64.
Oh god, yeah, I was pretty shocked watching it full to stream of that. I forgot how, because I think it was mostly emulated that he was like doing it as it was on the original hardware, and god,
Oh wow, yeah.
I'd forgotten.
Funnily enough, I almost bought a Panzer Dragoon Auto the other day on eBay. So it's like I saw it for like fairly cheap, like bidding, and it was like there was only like a couple hours left to go. I was like, yeah, I'll get this. Maybe if I win, I'll buy an Xbox One.
Oh gosh.
So I was kind of hoping I didn't win,
Ah.
but then I was disappointed when I lost. I was like, oh, I would have got it for fairly cheap.
Well, I know for a while, I don't know if the Xbox backwards compatibility changed this, but for a while it was easily the cheapest Panzer Dragoon game out of like the, certainly compared to like all the Sega Saturn ones.
Oh really?
Yeah, well, I
I
remember
want to play Panzer Dragoon Saga. I feel it's very, very good.
Yeah, I've never played any of them, but they look cool. Have any of them been ported to PC?
the first one got a PC port at the same time back in the day, but
Is it not good?
it's
That's what it
probably
sounds like.
you'd probably just be better emulated the Saturn version. But well, I mean, it's,
Alright,
you know, it's
see.
getting like a remake, remaster.
Dreamcast emulation is getting okay as well, so maybe I could emulate that one.
Oh no, to clarify, those are all Sega Saturn.
They're all Sega Saturn.
Yeah,
Alright, okay, fair enough. And then there's the Xbox one.
that's right.
Yeah, the Zwi is the one I've played the most, or Zwei played the most. But I've got Ota or whatever it is that's on the Xbox due to Kabak's crap.
Nice. I wonder if Blinks for Time Cat is worth playing too, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
don't know if it's worth. I wonder if it's called Time Cat.
I don't think that's backwards compatible. I know there's that.
It is though. I think I saw it on the list. Blinks.
Oh, is it actually?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it was one of the.
Yeah,
like,
I think you can download it off
it's
on the
one of
Xbox
the-
Store.
You can download it.
Like,
Oh, cool.
digitally.
Oh,
I
sorry, my
love
bad.
Backwards compatible Xbox original games are all downloadable for like £9, £7.
Are they? Oh, nice.
Yeah, some of them are on Game Pass as well.
Sorry, there's me snarkily being like, "Pfft, they don't have Blinks the Time Sweeper," and they do have Blinks the Time Sweeper. I know they had the Mario Party style game that nobody but Bill Gates really likes. The Fusion
I was
Frenzy.
under the impression that Blinks was actually kind of good, but is it actually like a Billy Hatcher tier kind of game? I mean, I do kind of like Billy Hatcher.
I was gonna say I'm not the person to ask because I quite like Billy Hatcher.
Yeah.
If that was meant, I mean, flawed and all, but yeah, no, I did play Blinks a bit back then. I remember quite liking it. There's a lot of like time manipulation.
Yeah.
I think it's probably just kind of.
I was under the impression that it was like one of the notable exclusives, like on Xbox. Like it's one of the few I heard about anyway, apart from Halo at the time.
There were quite a
Oh,
few.
wait, I think wait, Halo was that maybe PC early on even? I'm not sure.
I think it came to PC later. It certainly got big on Xbox. Yeah, there's a number of like weird one-off. I say one-off, but Blinks did get a sequel. But there's a lot of weird like original Xbox exclusives like that didn't really go anywhere. There's like Malice, where you play as like a redhead girl with a mallet. there's like just loads of like. It's weird. It's like the '90s forgotten mascot.
Ooh,
like,
is it
Fiddle
Jet Set
over
Radio
again.
Future? Is that backwards compatible? That'd be cool to play.
I don't think it is, unfortunately.
That's-
That one's still
that
not.
sucks, because that's got no port, does it?
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
never been re-released. I don't know if maybe there's like music licensing and stuff in that.
Oh no. No birthday cake.
No birthday.
Or is that the-
Oh, can you imagine if that was the song
that
that was
in the
preventing
original?
it? Imagine if that was like the song preventing it from getting re-released. Oh, that'd be such a cruel fate.
Or
Like
like,
the-
damaging people's ears or something.
Like the woman who yelled that song out just charges extortionate rates for the licensing.
Yeah.
She knows what the product is worth.
She threatens to call them up and
Oh.
scream into the phone.
I'd quite a line from that song, but I really sort of make out the words on it. Covering my ears. Yeah, at least they did. And yeah, thank you, Jeff. Forgot to update the game title, because of course I did. Yeah, it's weird. They've got an upcoming remake of the. There's like a few oddball Sega remakes that are getting licensed. Like apparently there's a House of the Dead one in the way. Not
I
yet.
almost laughed out at Jeff saying Jasmine only likes games about bobcats.
There's four Splinter Cell games.
He's right.
Armed and Dangerous, Indiana Jones, and The Emperor's Tomb. Unreal Championship 2, Sphinx, Star Wars. Games like them. So there's lots of original games you can get. Quite a lot of what's it called? Star Wars games, including KOTOR 2 and Battlefront 1 and 2. Mercenaries, some kind of warrior, Spartacus warrior, Spectrum warrior, full Spectrum warrior. Destroy all humans. Blinks the Time Sweeper. Conquer, Live and Reloaded, Morrowind, Jade Empire, Hunter the Reckoning, Panzer Dragoon, SSX3, Ninja Gaiden, Black, Crimson Skies, Fusion Friendly, Pirates, and Grabbed by the Testicles.
Yeah, all the I was gonna say all the rare games are. There's only 2 of them in there. Original Xbox. It's quite good. There's some cool like hidden like cult favorite games in there, and there's obviously some glaring omissions as well. Yeah, presumably, I mean, it sounds like they're very much considering the backwards compatible initiative going forward with the next Xbox. Whether all of those will be like ready right away day one on there. I assume like successor consoles are probably having pretty similar architecture now, because they're basically closer to being off-the-shelf PC parts, really. So it's probably easier to do that as opposed to like how bespoke and weird console hardware used to be.
Well, the funny thing is, with Nintendo, they've pretty much just been building off the same architecture for generations, and now they've like switched to something completely different.
Which has been much better for basically everyone, really. It's like the
yeah.
Apparently like Wii U was
For sure.
very nice to develop for all that. So yeah, like GameCube, Wii and Wii U you're referring to basically, right?
That's right, yeah. Apparently GameCube was good to develop for though. Like easy at least.
I know PS2 was actually apparently very difficult, but obviously it was
Yeah,
so
I remember
popular.
reading about like they had to, there was like a stack of manuals, like or like a really high stack. They had to read through.
That's fun.
Nice. Holy cow.
It's such a good credits tune, isn't it, Jeff? Obviously, we heard it on Nick's Luigi's Mansion stream.
I love the ending, it's so nice.
Yeah.
Like Luigi like crying tears of laughter and relief.
It's all notes. I love him like like at the end, and like him and Mario calling out to each other. It just feels very fitting after hammering the A button all game. To have him constantly call out for Mario.
Jason.
Yeah, oh god.
Jason.
Oh yeah, oh god, it is the Jason button of that generation.
Now I want to play a version of Heavy Rain modded with Luigi.
Oh god.
Which is possible
messed up that
with
would
a
get in.
PC
No, I'm certain that would get in certain scenes though. I just want to see, I guess, a spoiler for a bit in Heavy Rain. I don't want to see Luigi cut his finger off. Maybe I'm weird like
I'm not
that,
sure if I
don't
told
know.
you this, but during that scene, like my controller disconnected, and I was just like mashing the hell out of the controller or shaking it.
I've already watched Luigi die and have his son. then by death,
True.
so, you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, cutting his finger off. That's like, not as, not...
Oh gosh. Yeah, that was harrowing, wasn't it? The Castlevania character reveal. Gosh, poor Luigi.
If it was a Fire Emblem character, he would have stayed dead.
Ah. No permadeath in Luigi's Mansion. Or Smash. What if they try to
That's a good
incorporate-
point, actually. All Fire Emblem characters don't be allowed ever stock.
We should like stop appearing with character select screen as soon as we kill into the water.
I tried.
I didn't see that Jasmine blew away.
Jeff. I'll assume the effort. I remember the Final Fantasy VII credits music being very good, Jeff.
I love the Resi 2 credit sequence.
Oh yeah.
Especially the segue into it.
Looks like we'll have to take out Umbrella and then like guitar riff. It's like, oh, alright. Guess we'll do that. Oh, thank you, Jeff. Silly was meant to be so. Okay, we're at 20 to 10, so yeah, I'll do a few, good few more games. Alright, 1 second. 1 second, guys. Come on.
Yeah, we need one of those jank, like, starring hit goals. And then when we win, we'll say easy.
That's spelled with 2 letters per chance. Nah.
Yeah. Easy GGWP.
Or because we're
Oui, oui.
British, EZ. Totally still makes sense.
Dragon Ball said.
Dragon Ball Z.
Ball said.
Oh, I want to
be
drop
fair,
that in the
Japan,
conversation.
in Japan, this actually does sound more like Dragon Ball Z than it does Dragon Ball Z. Because of America, everyone goes to Dragon Ball Z anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
I did that, that's quite fun. So yeah, I'll do a few more matches.
Grum believes in me.
Have you, forgive me, have you set,
What?
Oh,
No
shit,
wonder we
sorry.
lost.
I was like, how do I say that not naggingly? Nah, no problem. It sounds familiar with Meteos, Jet. I mean, I probably haven't seen the Meteos credits in 12 years or so, but it does sound familiar.
I don't know if you remember this, but it reminds me of in Smash 4 when you had to like press Eleanor when you're like ready to play. I don't know, like in the new game it just seems more natural. You just, it's clear when you're ready to play.
Oh, that's right. I did forget about that. Because I've played so much. I played so much Smash 4, but I've also played so much Ultimate. So just thinking of something for Smash 4 just seems like a lifetime ago now.
I know, yeah. It's like actually kind of strange looking back at footage of it. Like people being KO'd are like a high percent. They move so slowly. It's like unreal. It looks like it's slowed down. Whereas like in the past, it's like the balloon knockback in Ultimate's so weird. But I'm like used to it now.
Yeah. Well, I did at first. I was a bit like, oh, I don't know. Ultimate's quite quick. I didn't know if I'll, and now I.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean.
That's kind of funny because from my perspective, I was like, okay, this is nice, this speed, but I wish it was a bit faster.
I wish it was melee.
Yeah, I wish it just was melee HD.
It is funny, like Brawl was so much slower than melee, and it's just slowly been getting quicker than that.
Yeah.
The next one will be melee speed again.
True, and have like 9 frames of input lag or something.
So. Yeah, because Smash 4 does have better input, or, well...
Yeah,
better
by
input
like
lag.
a frame, I think.
Yeah.
Like each generation has gone up by a frame. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but I think Melee's got like 3 or 4 frames of input lag, and Ultimate has 8. So it's like, yeah, it adds up.
It feels pretty so that, like, I've actually set my Switch on my TV to the input to there's a PC mode on it, which is actually still a bit more responsive than the game mode on it. Feels pretty.
Yeah,
good,
having a good monitor definitely helps a lot.
I know our living room TV kind of feel it a bit.
The thing I hate most about modern TVs is by default a lot of them seem to have like the frame interpolation
yeah.
turned on. That makes it look like 60 FPS. But it's like really weird looking 60 FPS. It's not even nice.
It's weird with movies, and
Yeah, I've been to like a relative's house and they all have it, and I'm like, how can you guys enjoy this? It looks so weird.
And then it's like, is it socially acceptable to turn this off over someone's house?
That's right. Well, yeah.
It's like, am I doing?
I was like, I don't want to be seen just like fiddling around with the settings if nobody else. So just looking around thinking, does anybody else think this is weird?
Actually, this does.
Just me.
This does remind me that I remember I house sat for the neighbours with the greyhounds for a few days, and obviously looked after the dogs. And when I was watching the TV there, I turned the motion smoothing off while I was there, and then turned it back on before I left because I was sort of like. And I thought about it. I was like, should I leave it off? Maybe they don't care, but
They were like, this looks so rough. What happened?
Alas.
Hooray.
Yeah, it's fair. With family this week, I was relaying with my cousin on that. These sort of endless obsession with tinkering with settings, TV settings, and like just forever trying to make sure the picture's right. And his husband was just kind of sighing in an exasperated manner as we talked about. It's like, sorry, I don't mean to enable him. We just know this pain.
I'm kind of, I'm not sure whether or not to get the PS4 version of Yakuza 0 or the PC version. I'm really unsure, because I've heard kind of mixed things about the PC port. But you seem to have like a good experience with it.
After that film from Marcus, which turned out to be, I can... It's a bit confusing, like if you look at the PC Gaming Wiki for it, it recommends quite a few mods, but 1 or 2 of them are quite outdated. And one of them was the one that was actually causing the game to stutter a lot for me. So if you did get it on PC, I'd point you in the right direction on that.
Right, yeah. I'm thinking maybe just get it on PS4 because it does run. I think it runs well. It's like 1080. Is it 1080?
I think it's like most.
My brain just it's 1080, right? 1080p, 60 FPS.
I think I've read it was like meant to be like 50 to 60, which I took to mean it's probably like 60 most of the time, and then probably just drops here and there. So
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
pretty good.
I don't mind that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna,
I'm playing
it
on
sounds
the
pretty
PC,
good.
and I'm playing on the PC. I haven't had any mods, and it's fine.
It's fine. Yeah, a lot of people.
I
It seems to
haven't
be
had
fine
any
for a lot
mods
of
at
people.
The big thing for
I've
me, I
heard
don't
about
like
crashes, but
I haven't had a crash yet either. But I've only played for like 10 or so hours.
Alright. Yeah, and I think
Is it more
Yakuza
like
6 is like
Chapter
it targets 30 and it has dips as well.
Well, I think from like, I think it's like Kiwami 2 onwards, which also includes 6 and then Judgment Eyes as well. They seem to like go really demanding on the graphics side of it. So like,
Yeah,
even
it's
on, like,
noticeably a lot nicer, and like it's got stuff like the shops. There's like no loading zones between like inner buildings.
right, yeah. So like they really kind of increased the production value in that sense. But then the inverse of that is like even on the PS4 Pro, they're still 1080p.
Really?
Yeah, like on the PC ports. Well, I think it's like the PC port Kiwami 2 they've done. Is like really demanded settings wise if you want to get a high resolution at 60.
I imagine. Well, at least there's an option for like 60 FPS on there,
Yeah.
which is cool.
How is your? I mean, your current PC, Kriken? Do you reckon that's equivalent to a PS4, or a bit higher spec? Or?
It's higher spec, but it's a bit weird because it doesn't run It runs some games like not quite as well, like DMC5. The cutscenes kind of went out of sync, which is annoying. So I'm kind of thinking about getting the PS4 version of that. But otherwise, it ran fine. And that's supposed to be an okay port as well. So just
Hello?
You're right. Yeah. Sorry, we can hear you. Speak.
Yes, I could never tell when my mic's moved. I was like,
you've gone off again.
what? Why
You're
am I
back
going
now.
off?
I don't know. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Say a
I'm
full
back.
sentence now.
We won't have a few matches at this rate if I keep on forgetting like this.
But even Pedz isn't speaking now with the mic's muted.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh no, there you go. There you go.
I was trying to say, doesn't you 6 onward engine completely?
It does. Yeah.
Sounds right.
Called like, I don't know, the Dragon engine or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Do you know what? You were on about 12 frames per second earlier, and I was thinking to myself, probably set Final Fantasy 9 to 12 frames per second, and it would be running faster in the battles anyway.
I think it might be around that actually by default.
To be
but...
fair though, when I was playing it last, I was the battles were running 30 frames per second, and it looked really smooth.
It might
I
be
don't know if that was just
the.
me being weird also. I think it's the mod, the SRA mod.
Yeah, I think that is probably it. Yeah, they get really weird with the frame rate in those PS1 Final Fantasies. Like, I think from like 8 onwards, the 3D stuff in the battles is like sub 20. But then the upshot of that is you get like amazing looking graphical effects for the PS1. Yeah, I'll keep it. I actually fancy getting DMC5 finally. Keep an eye out for deals for that. And again, the Resident Evil 2 remake I still need to get. You quite enjoyed it.
I definitely rate
DMC5 on Game Pass.
DMC5 best DMC game for sure.
Oh, nice.
It's kind of like so good that you don't need to play DMC4
Oh.
ever again, which is nice because that game is good, but like mainly just for the combat. 'Cause it's kind of, I don't know, it's not a great game in a lot of places. Like when you switch to Dante, you're just like replaying the game in reverse, and there's like not much to like replay.
Yeah, I suppose it occupies a weird place now, where the best thing about it was his combat, while other aspects of the game, like the level design, I still like aspects of those things, but they were kind of lacking in it. And sounds like 5 improves on that aspect.
Yeah,
To
it's
the
kind of
extent-
got like everything but 4 had and like other stuff. Like it's weird. It feels so like it's like DMC. It's like back. It feels exactly the same.
So,
But obviously it adds like a lot of new stuff. Like even the like platforming is like it's back to being like comically bad. Like it's exactly the same feel.
just like I want it.
Pikachu. That reminds me, Detective Pikachu. In regard to seeing that, I wonder if there's gonna be like a sequel to that that's like gonna be really bad.
I think it did pretty well. I don't think it did like.
sequel to it, unless it's like in. But
There might be another live-action Pokemon film. Maybe in like the same
Pokemon.
universe. We're gonna have like a cinematic universe.
Yeah, I think it did pretty well. I don't think it did like amazingly. I think it did definitely make money. I think. Whether it made as much as they wanted it to, but
Maybe it would have been a better film to release around like when the Pokemon Go hype was like at its highest.
that might be what helped get it greenlit, I suppose, isn't it? But then,
Because Pokemon is still like it's still like a massive franchise, but it's not like all encompassing as it used to be like back in the day.
well,
It's like,
I think even then it's not necessarily going to translate into like billion-dollar box office results. Like
Yeah.
the franchise can still be huge and not get like those kind of ticket sales. Probably just kind of a different. Even though I think Detective Pikachu is pretty accessible, even if you don't know anything about Pokemon, but there's probably still enough of a barrier there for people who are that first on Pokemon. Which
true,
is,
yeah.
Which is going to be a big part of the potential market when you give it that many people you generally want the film to play to. If you're curious, I'd say I was a bit hard on it, I suppose. It's still quite good though. This is one of those cases where like the human, like the analogy I made is like when they do a Looney Tunes movie and they have to come back to the humans, and that's always the worst part. It's a bit of that with this.
Was that the worst part of Space Jam for you
I
though?
also didn't mind. What's his name? Mario. Yeah.
Maybe to die.
I kind of want to see the Mario film again. It's been years, but I remember last time I watched it, I did enjoy it. Maybe my mind will change if I rewatch it.
Bring those fond memories back.
Don't watch it twice in one day. You will never want to live again.
That's a lot of trust in the fans. Not quite the Mario movie, but did you see that fan game that's being made with like the the 80s Mario cartoon aesthetic? It actually looks like really well done. It looks really well done. It's like Rayman Origins Legends level of like quality to the like in terms of like the definition and the like it's funny because it's kind of a hideous art style from that cartoon, but it's replicated like really well. Like in a very
nice.
high res, but it's kind of mesmerizingly, hideously, professionally produced. It's kind of wonderful.
That's a rock, Luigi. You didn't make it.
which one is that from?
That's from the Mario cartoon. I
Oh,
think the
God.
same one you thought. I only saw that fairly recently, and I did see a little bit of a Mario cartoon as a kid.
I remember seeing like an episode of one just being the happiest thing alive, and it's like they used the Starman in there, like oh. And I never saw it on TV again because that was like late 90s, so It
Yeah.
was not getting broadcast anywhere. As a kid, I had a habit of like wanting to see cartoons that were like off the air by that point. Like I wanted to see like more Animaniacs than I got to watch. But, like in the late 90s, that probably wasn't getting shown much anymore.
Same. Yeah, I wanted to see more of a Donkey Kong one.
Oh yeah, same.
And
Yeah.
It's weird looking at it now because I'm like, wait, is this really the same thing? Because back then it looked really nice. Like it looked
Yeah.
what like current like Donkey Kong graphics are. It looked like that in my head.
Yeah, I remember like
it's like really jank looking now.
I remember seeing an episode of it over my aunt's house, just being so happy, like, oh, I got to see this, and then never see another episode again until the internet, and then be like, what the hell is this? Could be
No,
good.
Jeff, I didn't mind the Mario movie as a kid, but when I watched it fairly recently with the kids, and then watched the same night or the next day, whenever it was with Jazz and Matt and Earfalls, I think it's like, wow, I've never felt so shit after watching a film.
Oh gosh. I know, like they sequel bait, and then you know they didn't make a sequel. It feels so bad.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we need to do this, and it's like, well, what? Well, you'll never ever find out. So fuck it.
I love the audacity that both Street Fighter and the Mario movies did that. They're like, we're getting sequels. We're sequel bait. It's like, oh, you sweet summer
Mortal
child.
Kombat did it, but they did get a sequel, but it was just
Yeah.
a very bad sequel.
Yeah, that one very explicitly did it, didn't it? And, yeah, that's quite funny actually.
This is where you fall down, and then in the second film, he falls down within 5 seconds.
Oh yeah, like Johnny Cage gets his neck snapped within like 5 minutes. Yeah, it's strange. Glad you like the music, Jeff. I take it you probably like the Spyro song just then.
Spyro, he's a massive turd. Is that the song?
That's a turtle.
Turd. As a poop. I'm not really well clued on that. Spyro
You've still
games,
got
but-
Great Mighty Pooh in the mind, haven't you?
I am the great mighty.
Same.
I'm not sure if Pedz was meant to mute himself. Like,
Get it, Pedz, get it. Close enough.
oh shit! Come on.
Oh, there we go.
Move.
Well done, team. We got
I knew I
it.
wasn't gonna
so
get away
weird,
with it,
everyone
so
was
instead I just rammed the guy.
Well, look at this.
You got the assist, and you grabbed the guy as he said. So.
I don't think I needed to slow.
Like ramming
it was really
things.
slow as it was.
Yeah, Decap Attack's it's a pretty good little platformer, Jeff. It controls weirdly. You kind of have to get used. This is really slippery, but it's got a cool style to it. Yeah, surprisingly really good soundtrack. I pretty much got most of it represented. Just have to keep.
Snake Pass as a platformer?
What's that?
Would you class Snake Pass as a platformer?
Yes, but very kind of a loose platformer, isn't it? At the very least, it has like strands of a platformer. Isn't it? I suppose like puzzle game, maybe, but it's not. Kind of. Very difficult to classify. It's a great one. I really did love Snake Pass. I think it was a bit divisive because I don't think everyone got on with the controls on it, but I really loved it. True story. I have to admit, Kriken, one of the best things about me getting the PS4 was just getting the DualShock 4. Something I've used, that's been a pattern I've used a lot on PC.
Yeah, it's really nice. I like it. I'm not sure if it's like this for other people, but what I don't like about the DualShock 3 is the triggers seem just a bit too sensitive.
Yeah, the triggers aren't great on the DualShock 3. I found my fingers slip off them really easily.
Otherwise, yeah, I'm fine with it, but yeah, that's one annoying thing.
Well, you know you can, to some limited capacity, use the DualShock 4 on PS3.
Oh really? That's cool.
There's some weird things, like, I think it has to be wired. I don't know if... oh god, there we go. I don't know if rumble works, I don't think motion control works, I don't think you can use the guide button, and I think there's a few games that don't support it. So as long as all those bullet points are okay, you should, like, you could probably play Final Fantasy 13.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I might look into that.
Thank you, Jeff. Hope your work's going well, Jeff.
It reminds me of like GameCube Pedz support on the Switch, I guess. It works on like all games, so obviously mileage varies on some games.
Yeah, that's a good analog actually. Yeah, that's a good time. I don't know. After I paid so much for a Switch Pro controller, I think I was quite happy to then not buy any more and just be able to use like GameCube controllers or.
Yeah. Although I kind of break my GameCube controllers through heavy use. Although, funnily enough, my melee controller finally broke from playing Super Mario Maker 2.
The most controller wrecking game, clearly.
Yeah.
Oh, we should do that sometime.
Oh yeah, shit. It's got like co-op now. Yeah.
I mean, it might be a bit of a crapshoot latency-wise, but it's certainly worth a go.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering, did they fix the online for that because it's like super laggy?
I think kind of.
Is that why they took so long?
I've had some pretty good matches on it, but the impression I get is the chain will be
It's a lot of fun, but it was like really laggy. Like,
yeah, it is quite
like,
messy in
fun
general. Like the levels you play might not always be suited to it, or there can be like all sorts of things that can go wrong. But I did find it oddly compelling. I wasn't playing it the other day. But the impression I get is latency-wise, it's as weak. The chain is as strong as its weakest link. So if there's like one person with really bad
that's right. Yeah, it's like Smash, basically.
Yeah. Like
I guess because they're like it's interactive. Like if you could interact with other players, it could make it a lot simpler and not be like.
Yeah, I think the netcode has to be like really modular, what it picks up in a way that you can't, like more so than you can get away with on like on a racing game. You can be a bit more lax about that. But, not really a moment-to-moment platformer. Oh, no worries, Jeff. You're leveling up a new party on Crystal. Oh, good man. But yeah, no worries. We'll catch you on the Cumber stream. I think should we do one more match, guys?
Yeah, sure.
No, it's at 10 o'clock, but we'll do one more. We'll do one more match and then raid Cumber Zones.
Yeah. I was planning on actually playing Gravity Rush today.
Oh nice, I'll be curious to hear your thoughts on that.
So, yeah, I really like it so far. That's the end of my review.
I found it took a little bit of getting used to with the controls. I think
the controls is... Yeah. And I'm still kind of feeling maybe I'm not even like playing it right, but it's like, yeah, it's cool.
Oh, nice one. Speaking of getting used to things, I did notice you were like, the Gravity 1 remastered, 60 FPS, and don't get used to that.
The second one will be. Yeah, I know.
But you get a trade-off of, like, it's got like PS4 level visuals, obviously, so...
Exactly, yeah, I'm looking forward to how good that's gonna look.
I think I've read, like, it improves 1 or 2 mechanics as well, so probably quite a cool sequel.
Yeah, generally I hear that the sequel's just like better. So.
Yeah, it is funny. I remember like Gravity Rush from 1, it was kind of touted as one of the best feature exclusives.
I remember seeing Gravity Rush 2 advertised a lot, so that was like one of the reasons I was surprised they didn't really do that well.
I think it was always kind of a niche series. It's probably not like a huge budget to give it.
Really? Oh, yeah,
well, I mean, it is. Well, I'm not saying it's like made on the cheap, but it's probably not like
It's probably because I'm like a Nintendo gamer, so when I play another console game, I'm like, whoa, this is so high budget, but it probably isn't, it's just...
I get you mean, like, Nintendo are Nintendo are good at having good production values, while also...
Sure, they're really good at, like, doing well with what little they have, like, relatively, I mean.
Yeah, but I know what you mean, there's still things like, you obviously don't get full voice acting too often, and sometimes you do.
No, yeah.
Like, certain other aspects that they don't really bother with, that you get a lot of...
You mean to say, fortunately with Nintendo? Fucking hell.
Three Houses is pretty impressive in that regard. Like nearly every voice line is like voiced. Sorry, dialogue, whatever. Voiced.
I remember like Fire Emblem Awakening was like, okay, you get a voiced cutscene, then you go into like normal dialogue, and it's just like,
yeah,
really?
And they've got like those sounds between like every dialogue box. And like a lot of the time it doesn't even match what they're saying.
Right.
I'm like, really?
Well, the one that always bothered me is like, I swear Robin's, I don't know if it was like, I can't remember if he chose the voice, but Robin in Awakening would just say like, yeah, like in the most sarcastic sounding way possible.
Yeah.
Well, Robin.
Yeah, Fates has that as well, like, a character's got one of the voice answers, what?
Yeah, yeah. It's like I'm looking at school again, it's like, say pardon. Never stuck.
God, yeah, that annoys the hell out of me, but so many people do that, I'm like, I don't like grit my teeth, but...
Yeah.
What?
I think so, like sometimes people kind of talk like they give like a curt response. I think not even like without realizing it. Really, I've had a bit of that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean anything. It's just like it came across that way. But it's the sort of thing I think like I'm quite sensitive.
Sometimes it gets me just like something else because I catch myself like being cursed sometimes. I'm like, wow.
I think it's easy to do like if your mind, yeah, if your mind's occupied by something. If it just seems like a minor thing, it's I'm very sensitive to like tone of the way people speak and stuff, so I get very like, oh gosh, there's something wrong. They said yes, like full stop, in a way that might have been a bit.
Yes.
And to that person,
thumbs up.
Yeah, and to that person, it's like, yeah, no, it's fine, there's nothing. But
I hate thumbs up on Facebook. You just reply like that.
See, I don't mind that. It's sort of a like shorthand to be like, okay, you don't have to reply to those.
I passively aggressively reply with a bigger thumbs up. Not really, but
that's when you thumbs it down.
Yeah. Cry emoji. Cry reaction.
I've had people like, you know what I mean, like on Facebook where you do the react, right? You can do like thumbs up, thumbs down, sad, angry.
Yeah.
I was like reconnect with a family member, like, oh, you know, great to talk to you again, all that area. And then just moments later, my comment got a thumbs down from them. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And I think I said to them after,
accident, I guess.
That was an accident, wasn't it? And they were like, oh god, I'm so sorry, I didn't realise.
I've done that before and I've been like, oh shit, and then like my internet connection's like went off or something like,
that
shit,
was an
I need to go
it?
and change it quickly.
Yeah, that was an accident.
Yeah.
No fun feasible though. Well, I've had bits where I'm like, I realised it immediately, and I was like, oh god, then I change it back, and I'm like, did they get any indication that happened, or would it have been so quick that... God knows. I don't know, how many friendships and stuff have fallen apart?
All of them.
All of them? Oh, I share your faith in that. A fellow man as well.
That's Zuckerberg really engineering it all. He's the one doing all the negative reacts when you don't want to. Like he creates wars using them. I was like, I can't believe you thumbs down my post, man.
What was that, Pedz?
I said, wasn't we winning this one 3-0?
Those were different, more optimistic times.
My connection's been a bit funky, so I might have accidentally passed a couple of times into the enemy team.
So, that's alright. It's all good. Why do so many players on this have CSGO in there? CSGO.net, is that like one of those gambling CSGO websites?
Probably one of those skin things, yeah.
With the Team Sonic Racing net in on. Trying to fit in. A very stupid way.
How about Team Sonic R?
Pixar.com/Justin.
Of the Space Jam net in brackets. No, seriously, the website's still up. You know. Space Jam, that infamous Space Jam website that's in
They never took down, did you say?
Yeah, it's just like, it is such a... You forget what 90s web design was like until you get a very good example of it like that website.
Yeah, it's weird when we don't put on websites for like defunct things, like failures and stuff.
Like it's
How much like cost as well, like the domain, surely.
I mean, it's probably like barely a drop in the ocean, but like it's funny to think that it's slowly cost more than bucks a little bit every year, even if it's probably like absolutely nothing. Appropriately, the music on the playlist has gotten very panicked in its pace and tone. Doing what is quite a tough summer patch. Ooh, oh dear, oh dear. Still close. Just don't watch this yet. Unsee that if you saw that.
Big rum.
Post it to Reddit, please.
Post it to Reddit. Rocket League highlights subreddit.
Rocket League ponage compilation.
Yeah, there we go. Nicely done, guys.
GG's, guys. Or should I say BG's?
Yeah, it's good fun to do that again. So, beach. You just cut to what you said. Yeah, maybe we're looking to like Mario Maker 2 down the line. So you both have that, obviously, don't you? Mario Maker 2.
Yeah.
Probably
I've not played that so long, and you know what? I haven't even made a level yet.
No, I still
I've played it for like hours and hours.
I'm still. I think I might still do one day, but I was happy to get out of my system with the first game mostly. I think I'm just playing the second one to play levels really. That's still been a lot of fun. Yeah, thanks. There's one viewer apparently, and that's probably
It's
one
Jeff,
of.
isn't it?
Well, no, it's probably one of you
One.
two actually, because it's just you two and then bots. So.
Oh right.
Well, cheers, my fellow robotic brethren. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you, me, for tuning in.
I guess we'll still raid combat names, even if it'll be a bit. Because we're on
So what's
display.
the raid message?
Because we're on display capture, that's appeared on stream as well. There we go. So, I went to Combat Danger's stream to raid, but that's not how that works. Let's actually do that on my channel.
Do you know if you
that's not
install
completely the
do you know if you install Francophase Z, then when you click, there's a button underneath to click host, and you just click that instead.
Ah,
Underneath
that's
the stream.
clever. Is that what you sometimes hosted doing kind of a raid styles? Is that what that was?
If I'm just randomly somewhere, like I'll go into my channel and do it.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, because you use that for emotes and stuff as well, don't you?
Mm.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, raid message.
Fuzzy Krickens.
Brilliant.
Fuzzy
Okay,
crickets.
we'll do that. Very good. Cheers, guys. Catch you on Combat stream.
Alright, see you later, guys.
Bye bye.
If you want, like that. But it's kind of inadvisable to use it too much because it draws attention.